What's going on? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Is that too loud? I think it might be too loud. Hey, it's Jeffrey here, Dadbod, Bikerbeard, going on late at night. It's like 11:20 my time. That means it's tomorrow where you are. And, still yesterday where some others are. Why the hell would I decide to go on this late? I don't know. Why not? So I find myself doing things on the interwebs and with the intention of adding that to a show, and then I get stuck in the vortex of the interwebs, and then I don't do a show. But I'm like, look, I have this new looper program. Oh, look, I have this new, I don't name it. I'm doing interruption-based marketing now. Oh, look, I have this new affiliate that I'm actually advertising to random people to go to the site and to buy things. And oh, look. Years later, all the stuff that I was doing to kind of support the efforts of the show are being seen because I'm busy running all other parts. So this is where I need you. If you're watching now, awesome. Welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you. If you are video on demand, thanks for that too. I need a volunteer. I need somebody who can finish all of my projects for me, or some of them at least. So I have children who will volunteer from time to time, but the follow through on children, not so good. Not so good. No, not a lot of follow through. The most genius child that I have when it comes to actually being able to have a business mind to understand how to get this stuff done would actually be my youngest, and that's Hannah. Last weekend, I have a rat in the back corner there trying to start an insurrection. I got a female over there in a cage, and I got two males over here in two cages that connect. I think she's horny because she keeps getting out of hers to come over here, come up my leg, and then flirt with the dudes. I'm like, not good. I don't need 40 rats. But anyhow, sorry if you hear crashing every now and then. There's a horny rat over there. She's middle-aged. It happens. They're really horny when they're middle-aged. Rats, not people. So anyway, someone to finish my work. The youngest, she talked me into all-you-can-eat soup and salad at, the Tree of Trust place. What was that? Olive Garden. Last weekend. And she was the only child with me. So, of course, she got what she wanted. This weekend, she's the only child with me again. She's a smart one. She's going to get everything she ever wanted in life because she's hanging out longer than everybody else. But I said, here's my problem. Other than the fact that I hyper-focus on individual things, and then I do it to such a degree that I exhaust myself and then I give up. I'm like, I was almost there. It's fine. I understand how it works now. I've almost built 5 apps. I've almost completed the circles. I've almost done affiliate marketing. I almost started a website. Recently, I actually tied a lot of those together on my own. I decided instead of trying to raise money from my friends, which is, it's good if you can do it. But as my buddy Matt said, are you trying to, do you want to continue trying to sell Amway to your friends, or do you actually want to, make a go at this? I said, I'd make a go. So I did. So I'm not selling you guys anything. I'm selling other people things. Maybe I'll teach you how to do it. So anyways, kiddo sitting across from me, we're eating the zuppa toscana. And she says, Well, Father, I know you said that you want some help with completing some of the work that you do on your shows and sites and stuff. Um, so what you really need to do is you need to take the 3,000 hours of video you have and pare it down to just 30-minute segments. And let's take it and we'll edit it down. We'll make a 30-minute show. She said sometimes you do 7-hour shows. That's like plenty. So what you want to do is you want to hide everything on one of your sites, say the shelfhelpshow.com, clean it all up, and then post 8 30-minute segments. And then boom, let it go. She's like, you have continuity, you have message, you have people will watch. She said people can handle 30 minutes at a time. They can handle 6 hours at a time as long as it's 30 minutes at a time is the option. They're not going to look at a 7-hour show and go, that seems like a good idea. I said, well, that was really never for public consumption. That was just for, we friends who came together to have a good time. So that's okay. But she said, well, maybe you take Atomic Dork Squad. That one, you guys are consistent. You do 2 hours. It's the 3 of you. You do 80s music trivia. 80s music and movie trivia, and then you do Star Wars, and you bust each other's balls, and that's the show. That's very consistent. You should maybe do that. Or when you interview somebody, if you interview somebody on a topic, cut that down 30 minutes. That's plenty too. I said, okay. I said, well, check it out. I just found this fantastic editing software. It's called Descript. Descript, you can, it'll upload the video and audio. It'll transcribe the audio onto a document. And then you can go in and have it clean up the uhs and ums and things such as that. Automatically tighten it up. And as it erases the words on the page, it edits the video simultaneously. Now that's pretty cool. It's true. I can show you guys if you'd like to see it. Not only that, but I put 2 hours of me talking into their little algorithm, and it made a clone of my voice. So if I'm not just deleting something, well, let's say I misspeak or I want to change a word, instead of having to go over and overdub it and record it, I just type it into there and hit overdub, and now I say the word in that sentence in the video. It doesn't overdub me physically. It just changes the word. So let's say I was emasculated, but I'm exacerbated. Just type in the correct word, and then it says it in my voice. Technology is creepy. That's really why I get stuck in the vast darkness of the internet. Is I find new ways to find new things, and I get fascinated by it. I stumbled across an AI text-to-speech engine that somebody had created. It was open source, and if you've seen people do deep fakes on the internet where they make it look like a certain famous person is actually saying the things that they want them to say, it comes from these models. So I find it's open source on GitHub. It's an MIT model that is actually kind of the foundation for all the AI intelligent voice work that's being used now. Google uses it, as well as some other big companies. Amazon uses it. Amazon has Polly. But it was uncanny how much this voice sounded exactly like Jordan Peterson. It modeled Jordan Peterson's cadence, his voice precisely. And then I was flabbergasted, but apparently the website or whoever had put that on the web, aside from the sample, they had to take the ability to reproduce it off. I'm assuming there were some lawsuits. There's got to be some sort of an issue with stealing people's identity through voice or through video. Like it's trippy. It's trippy what's out there. So that's where I go down this rabbit hole like I am right now, because I'll find that and I'll think, let me go to GitHub. So GitHub is a repository for people who write computer programs. You build pages, you build whatever. You do it in this environment. It keeps it open source as long as you want it to be. I believe you can license if you need to. But then anybody who comes there, the idea is that you're sharing technology, you're sharing ideas. You're asking for perspective and direction, and people participate in that. So GIT Hub, check it out. I wind up on GitHub and I'm like, oh, let me download this program, the MIT program, to do my voice, because why don't I just build it on my computer? Because I'm not a computer programmer. But why am I not a computer programmer? I can be one. I was not a voice systems engineer. I was not an IVR developer. I am now. Am I the best in the world? No. Do I get it done? Yeah. Can it be cleaner? For sure. Does it work? Yes. Does the company I work for have to pay $50,000 to have one built? No. See? It works. It works out. I was never these things until literally the last 12 months. I was not an IVR developer. I was not, I didn't read JSON. I didn't read XML, HTML. I do now. I learned it in the last year in my late 40s. Motherfucker. It's amazing what happens. If you want to learn something, you can. So I'm going to share a couple of resources with you guys that you might actually like. You should like. So I don't know how much into computer programs or software or whatever you may be, but the thing that often gets in the way of people purchasing software. Sorry, no yawning. Stop that. Is either it's cost prohibitive, or they want to be able to try it out and see if it's something that's worth getting. Well, as I was looking at this MIT model for the speech synthesis, because I wanted to make Jordan Peterson rap like Eminem. Still a goal. It's on my list. I said, if you search for things on the interwebs, it's amazing what you can find if you just come up with the keywords like on how to search for it. A lot of people don't know how to search for things. If you want things to come back to you relatively without filters on it, without filters for would be considered misinformation and the like, go to DuckDuckGo, use their search. It does use the Google engine, but it doesn't use the Google filters to bring back information. But otherwise, good old Google is just fine for things that aren't either political, medical, or political. So I have this AI. So I type in AI voice generator. Hear that? My keyboard's really loud. Brand new. I need to break it in a little bit. Ooh, it's glowy. Yeah, $5. Gotta love the local Mormon store that people donate stuff that they didn't actually want for Christmas, and you get to buy it. So I got a gaming keyboard for $5. Yeah. Oh, did I tell you about my Bose, my 600-watt Bose home theater system that is at my desk right now? Yeah, I got a huge sub there. I've got surround. It's overkill. Things find me. I get good deals. Like the Bose system was free. My friend got it from his friend, relative, I think, or neighbor. He's like, hey, I got this Bose home theater system. It's an Acoustimus. It's wired, so it's kind of old school. But I figured you would like that because you're kind of old school. I was like, fuck yeah. How many peepees do I have to chew on for this? He's like, just mine. I'll be right there. So, my dad was right. Suck up, move up. So back to the interwebs. I put in AI voice generator, and then I put in alternative to. I was like, is there an alternative to this one program? And this weird thing happened. Apparently, there's a website that's an aggregator for people's recommendations, and it's called Alternative to. Native to. All right. Well, oh, I forgot you can't use that word. So I'll share the screen with you. Check it out. What's up, daughter? I'm streaming. What are you doing? You're doing my mom? You shouldn't be doing grandma. That's not appropriate. She's not gay as far as I know.
Oh.
Wow, that looks like it's not enjoying this. Let's try this again. I think that was probably because of you. Let's try it as a Chrome tab and see if this will work better. Ultra. All right. There we go. All right, so this is alternative to. By looking for an alternative to something, I found this site called Alternative to, and it's crowdsourced software recommendations. Now, if you saw my what I'm going to talk about tonight, what did I say? What happened at CPAC? That's a big conservative. What do they call them? Lobbyists? No, it's a political action committee. There you go. Conservative Political Action Committee. That makes sense. What happened at CPAC with all the Republicans for the last 3 days? Did Trump talk today at 7 o'clock Eastern? Yes, he did. Did he have certain things to say? Yes, he did. Should we find out? I think so. How about Governor Kristi Noem from South Dakota? Is she beautiful as ever? Yes, she is. Smoking hot? Yes, she is. Did she have good things to say? I think she did. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. We need toilet paper. It's late at night. Just poop in the toilet. It'll be fine. I mean, poop in the bathtub. Okay. What? We need toilet paper. Like, why? Who's we? I'm just like, shake it off like Dad does. Jeez. Just kidding. All right, check this out. So we will talk about a little bit about CPAC and what happened there, what's going on with World War III, what's going on with NATO, what happens if Vladimir decides to overstep the Ukraine and move into a NATO country. Then all hell breaks loose. Legitimately. They're probably going to make us wear masks, get shots that are unproven, and stay home and quit our jobs. So I'm just saying, watch out for that. Anyways, back to Alternative to. You ever want apps for your Android phone and you don't want to pay for them? Hey, guess what? They have them. You want best Netflix alternatives? That's there. How about Windows software? How about iPhone apps? How about alternatives to alternatives? That's interesting. I bet there's an alternative to on the alternative to. How about all software? So let's take a look. This is amazing. So alternative to, I'm not sponsored. This is literally just a tool that I found and I was excited to see it. So I thought I'd share it with you. I will have the, in case you forget, alternative2.net. I'll put the link in the description for the show tonight so you guys can come find it later if you need to. So there's 103,261 apps, 837,000 likes, 817,000 opinions. That's a lot. So a lot of people have shared their stuff. So let's find something. They have news. So news is fine. Here we go. Well, here's what people are searching for: alternatives too. So Adobe Suite, it's a paid suite. I think it's like $60 a month. You can, I think it's something like that, or $60 a month, $60 a quarter. I don't know. It's costly. People look for alternatives to these things, and believe it or not, people have made alternatives to. It's not just Stephen King's not the only person who writes scary books. He's the one who makes the most money. But if he makes all the money, there's still, like 8 million fucking books that are published every year. Nobody buys them. Well, it's not just Adobe, and it's not just Microsoft, and it's not just, you know what I mean? So let's take a peek. It's not just Google. There's more out there. So there's 233 alternatives to Adobe Photoshop. If you want me to look at one, just tell me. I'll take a look. I see we got people watching on all platforms. You either have to pop in and tell me, or text me, or send me a Reiki, send me a signal and make it warm. And I wanted to make my genital area feel hot. So if you know how to do long distance Reiki, go ahead and send me a message. Go. Oh, hello. That's nice. That's not really Reiki. That is a ultraviolet lamp. What do you think it's for? This is called Garda Sun. It has 4 ultraviolet bulbs in it. It has settings. You can literally get a suntan with this. It has a timer on the side. Depending on how fair your complexion is, it tells you the maximum exposure at any given time, so you don't burn yourself too bad. But this is literally... Yes, I have a tanning bed in my home, but except it's not really a bed, it's a tanning... Did you know that ultraviolet is good for healing? Did you know that? So it's not just about making myself tan, which apparently I'm not tan. Put this on my back. It actually helps to heal. Didn't know that, did you? You can also burn it, though. You have to be careful. Ultraviolet will actually go through clothing. So you can actually keep clothing on and use this for healing purposes and not get sunburned. Oh, Jeffrey, you have the craziest contraptions. You must be making so much money off of your shows to have shit like this. No. You want to guess where I got it? That's right, the Mormon store. Yeah, some Mormon lady, she's got leathery skin now because she used this for 22 years. It looked like the original bulbs. This was made in 2000. I wonder if they're legal. They may not be legal. Might be a reason why they sold it for $3. Would you buy a tanning light for $3? I would, because I did. I did because somebody at my work had brought me his ultraviolet heat lamp bulbs, and when I had my groin injury, I'm going to put this in my groin right now. When I had my groin injury, I would be at work with my leg propped up in this heating lamp, like the kind you would have at McDonald's, keeping your food warm. That heating lamp would be radiating my sack and, my legs, my adductor muscle. And it actually was helping it feel better. I pointed this at my rats for a while. they started making faces as if somebody had left the microwave door open while it was running. Ooh, you can feel the heat. It's great. But it's not heat. It's that kind of heat that causes cancer. It's fantastic. You're supposed to wear eye protection so you don't burn your corneas, though. You think I should do that? Oh, yeah. That's nice. That... Dadbod Bikerbeard, welcome to the show. How to give yourself cancer and get a suntan. Next. Yeah, I know I'm a freak. This is why I don't do a show. I just move from topic to topic. All right, follow along, guys. Let's go back. Guys, pay attention. Jeez, this is embarrassing. I thought I had some background music. What happened to that? Background music? How about some lounge? Let's do that. That'll be nice. All right. On video on demand, I don't think you're going to be able to hear the music, if I recall. I don't remember. I think it plays on a separate channel. All right. Well. Oh, alternative 2. So what did you want to see in alternative 2? You pick anything, or I just pick it? Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Here we go. Where did I go? I don't want to be full screen. I want to be little screen. I can't even see myself now. Oh, well, whatever. Doesn't matter. All right, so let's look at alternatives to, how about most viewed apps if you're on your phone? Rufus is a bootable USB creator. Don't know what that is. Blender is a 3D modeler. There's 146 alternatives to that. Netflix is video streaming, paid. There's 122 alternatives to Netflix. Z Library is an ebook library that's 100% free, not necessarily 100% legal in regards to copyrights, but any book you want in the world, there's probably like 9 million that are published there. You can get them for free. There's 15 alternatives. I'm sure they're all not legal either. But, if they're based in India, what are you going to do? Procreate is a digital painting app. I thought it was sex. Pim Eyes is an image search engine. There's 8 alternatives. There's 232 alternatives to Spotify, 144 to YouTube, 102 to Minecraft. Grand Theft Auto, there's 25. There's 25 alternatives to GTA. That's for your phone. Crew Picks, Tabby, which is a terminal emulator. That's probably for Linux if you're doing programming. It's like a command line interface. Looks like there's 78 for that. Droidify, a software installer. It's free and open source. There's 16 alternatives. Don't even know what that is. Yuzu, which is a game emulator. There's 3. Fresh RSS, so if you like to get your blog and news feeds directly. Looks like there's 102 alternatives to Fresh RSS. Dark Audacity, which is Audacity is an open source recording software. It's actually really good. There's 118. Well, let's look at that. That's interesting because I like Audacity. I do use it. I actually haven't loaded up on my work computer over Pro Tools. So let's see. This is Painter 2022. That's not what I was looking for. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Disable camera. Nope. Share screen back. And dark audacity. Let's take a peek. There we go. Look, now I'm in the corner. Oh, looks like my chicken nuggets are done. Dark audacity is described as build fork of the well-known free and editor Audacity, customized with a darker, more modern theme, and a few small tweaks. The audio engine underneath is the same audio engine. The same code powers it. Like Audacity, it's completely free. And is Audio Edition in the audio and music category. There are more than 100 alternatives to Dark Audacity for a variety of platforms, including Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and iPhone. Most alternatives are audio editors and audio recorders. The best alternative is Audacity. So the best alternative to Dark Audacity is the original one. That's funny. They just put a different skin on it, which is both free and open source. Other great apps like Dark Audacity are Reaper, which is paid, Ocean Audio, which is free, Tenacity, which is free open source, and Adobe Audition, which is paid. So, if you're trying to do whatever audio editing and you're supposed to have Adobe Audition, you don't need it. You can get free open source. It's the same. What's the difference between somebody who monetizes software and has a copyright on it and somebody who keeps something as a Creative Commons or an open use license? The difference is what? The difference is one company decides to market. That's really it. So the cost of doing business in America is the cost of marketing. It's not inventing. That's the crazy thing. The technology is replacing itself every 2 years now? Every 2 months? Every 2 months, not 2 years, 2 months. It used to be 6 months. There's not a lack of entrepreneurship. There's not a lack of ideas. There is a monopoly on who's got the most money to market. So that's always been the case. So if you use some things like Alternative 2, you can go check this out. So think if you wanted to go heads up against Google to be a search engine, that you understand there are plenty of alternatives to Google. Google gets something like 8 billion people or 8 billion searches a day on it. So it's by far the most used website. It's a website, guys. You understand this? It's not just a company. It is a company, and the technology and the advancements that they do are they're absolutely amazing. I'll be honest with you. It's very amazing what you can do with them. But it's a website. It's just like my website, the shelfhelpshow.com. Somebody had an idea. They came up with a tool that can basically not troll. That's not the right word. Crawl. I think use crawlers to go in and index websites. And then if you do a search, it has an index based on your search of the most popular, most useful websites based on how often that they are utilized. That's it in a nutshell. This was an idea that some guys had, and they made it happen. Now it's the number one most visited, most used website. Now, how many alternatives to Google are there? Well, according to that free proprietary Google software, there are a few. When I pulled this up, what did it say for Google? These are a lot of Google apps. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for alternative to. I thought it had shown like 200. Google. We have 216 alternatives to Google, 145 to Google Maps, 314 alternatives to Hangouts, 46 alternatives to Google Earth, 92 to Google Search, 114 to Google Docs, 114 to Google Calendar, 84 alternatives to Google Plus. What is Google Plus, guys? Do you remember? I don't remember. I think I have it. I think I pay a premium service or like a couple bucks a month to have 100 gigabyte of something. Maybe that's Google One. Google Keep, there are 300 alternatives. Google Translate, 127 alternatives. It goes on and on. So let's start with, I don't know, on Google search. There's 92 alternatives to this search engine. Let's find out what some of this is. A paid advertisement. Somebody's paying for us to click on it. Or if you watch, they pay probably like a nickel. So this is interrupted based marketing. It's just getting in the. So here's the thing. Half of the commercial least, if you the company have to pay for it. That's usually the terms. Or if you want to screw the company, then watch less than 30 seconds and definitely don't click into it. It costs money if you click into it. Look, you can...
At Pulte Homes, we build spaces to make life better. Like,
but he has to pay for that. I know. Because I put an ad out on Google and for the show, and they said you're going to get 12,000 to 20,000 views. Clicks, and if they or views rather views. Views is 30 seconds or more. So you're gonna get like 12,000 views. We can get you in a week. I said, let me do the math. Yeah, that. I don't want to spend like $360 in a week, even if it's only 3 to 5 cents or 3 to 6 cents per view. If the conversion is 10%, that's cool. I get 1,200 people go to my website. If people join, it's 10%. You get 120 to sign up. That increases my list that I can then advertise back to them. You understand that all of the internet is everyone making money off of everyone. It's just a circle, a clusterfuck of handing pennies to each other. And then you have these big companies like Google. They're just the granddaddy who are getting the most pennies. But we're all just trading money with each other. It's crazy. It's mind-blowing to me. I don't know why I understand all these things intellectually. It's not until I'm doing it myself when I'm like, wait a second. So I'm going to pay Google 3 to 5 cents if they can get someone to watch my 47-second commercial clip for 30 seconds. They have access to millions, billions of people, and they know where to place my ad. They'll place my ad in front of 18,000 people to get X amount of people to watch it. I pay them a chunk of money. To say I give them $500. They show 18,000 people my commercial. They click. Google gets paid by me. They go to my site. They see something that's of interest. They click. I get paid. Not only do I get paid, but as an affiliate marketer, so does the person who made the merchandise that's being sold. And then so does the company that's housing it to pay me. It's a circle of fucking life. I bitch about commercialism, but yet I am a commercialist. All right, so let's take a look. Some alternatives to Google. DuckDuckGo. I told you guys, they don't track your stuff. That's an alternative search engine, has the rich features, respects your privacy, and is built upon free open source software. Zero-click info. Useful information above the links, more privacy. We do not track you. So they don't track everywhere you click and everything you do, because they're not selling your clicks to companies for marketing purposes. And it also takes the filters, those filters that you're going to more likely get when the Google decides they don't want you to see something. The dumbest search I've ever met. Respects your privacy and the results are not personalized. You can filter search results or they're based on your region. Anyway, here's another one. It's called Quant. Did you know there was a search engine called Quant? Sounds dirty. Quant. You're a quant. Your mom's a quant. I hate it. There's one thing I will not ever be called. If you call me a quant, gentlemen, you ever be faced with that situation with a female loved one, someone you're in love with, and they draw a line in the sand. They say, "I swear to God, if you ever call me the C word, I will cut your nuts off." That is one thing I will not tolerate. You ever had that happen? And you're like, "Geez, what a cunt." I immediately just have to go for it. I'm like, I'm sorry, if you're gonna give power, that much power to a word, and then she punches me in the eye, and I'm like, ow, that word hurt. Sticks and stones. You punched me in the mouth. Be careful, because if your girl works out, she can kick your ass. Especially if you got a broken back and you're a fat, lazy fuck like me. All right, I'm working on it. Quant. It's free. It's proprietary. It's online. You can get it on Android, iPhone, Android tablet, iPad, Google Chrome, Firefox. It's a web search engine. It's European-based. Was launched in 2013. Operates from Paris. Oh, so I bet it gives you a bunch of shit on post-World War II Marxist regimes and how they're going to teach your children about critical race theory and stupid shit like that in order to try and destabilize the West. Oh, golly. Too bad it's working. All right, the next one is opinion. It's not opinion. Sirex. Sirex is a free internet meta search engine which aggregates results from more than 70 search services. Users are neither tracked nor profiled. Additionally, Sirex can be used over Tor for online anonymity. Why use Sirex? People think it's a great alternative. Great. It's open source. It's fast. It doesn't save everything and sell everything that you do. Yeah, okay. And it's not owned by the French. Oh, let them eat cake. Fuck you. Start page. The world's most private search engine. Like this, more private than Brave. Dare say. Challenge. Guys, let's look up some keywords and see how private it is. One of the keywords is going to be child, and then the other one is going to. Never mind. Don't search for stuff like that. Ecosia. Ecosia is a green search engine. Okay. What makes a fucking bunch of ones and zeros green? Ecosia is a green search engine that donates at least 80% of its profits from search ad revenue and online shopping to a reforestation program currently in Burkina Faso. In November 2015, Ecosia celebrated 3 million planted trees and $5 million donated for the environment. Oh, that's kind of nice. Okay, it's not bad. I was like, how can it be green? You can't be green. You're a website. Like, look, let's dig into the guts of it real quick. See this? See this back here? See this? This is code, guys. This is the matrix. This is what the shit behind the scenes is here, over here in this console over here. Okay. Well, it's turning colors, but it's not showing you the console, is it? Oh, that's interesting. Well, it doesn't actually. It's not projecting that window opening up. Let me unshare and share again. Let me see if it'll pop through for you. Okay. Share. Does not like how that screen flickers. Let's go to the tab. How about this? You can handle the Chrome tab. That is so interesting. I have the developer console open right now, guys. And you guys can't see it. That is so interesting. Wow. So when these things highlight, it's because I'm clicking on the code that is written behind here that is telling, it's in HTML, it's telling it what to show you. You guys, if you ever right click on a website, right click, go down to inspect. You can't see that pop up either, can you? That's interesting. I guess ones that pop up above that you cannot see. I wonder if I had it on my screen that apparently doesn't have seizure issues. I wonder if you can see it over here. Let's try this one. Let's try one more time. But if you're on your computer right now, right click, hit inspect. A console is going to open on the right hand side. That console on the right hand side is all the code that is driving that GUI that you see, the graphical user interface. It's all ones and zeros, kids. Screen 2. Look, there you can see it. Okay. This is all the code. This is when you right click over here, you hit inspect, dink, and then it pulls it up over here. This is all the workings behind the scenes. That's why I was saying this is not green, guys. This is just ones and zeros. This is all code. Did you know? Did you know you can go into somebody's site like this and you can start changing? This is the padding. This is this. Look, if you want to change the code and you want to change how that website looks, you can do it. Did you know that? Look, like this one, I'm going to change the color. How about like that? And then I don't like this color red. I'm going to make this red black. Then I don't like this color blue. I'm going to make this one yellow. Cool. And then I don't like this one green anymore. I want everything to be blue. I want this one to be blue. And I want this one to be blue. And I want this one to be blue. Watch. And then I want this one to be blue. You guys, are you seeing stuff changing colors yet? Blue. And I don't like this color green. I'm going to change that one to blue. So there's all these, there's the color palettes over here will tell the screen what color to make things. So if you just want to go fuck with it, just go change the colors. Do you know it changes it for everyone who's looking at it? It doesn't. I'm just kidding. It really doesn't. It's just for you. Front size was what has 100%. The border has a 0 size. Let's call it border 100%. Okay, that's fine. Now let's call the margin. Let's make the margin, I don't know, like, how big do you want to make the margins? Like 100 px? What size do you want to make it? How about that one right there? The padding, that's 0 px. Well, I say instead of 0 px, let's make it 20. So let me change it. The border, what color do you want it to be on the top? Anyways, if you ever want to go in and learn stuff, I highly suggest that you learn by doing what I do and go in and start manipulating things and see what happens. A lot of fun. And then if you want to like highlight and then like delete everything, you can do that too. That's fine. They don't care. They really don't mind. If you want to copy it and you want to take it and you want to put it on your website, you can do that too. Although it's illegal if you take their proprietary stuff. Did you know if you like the way a website looks, you can just go in and copy the code and then you can go put it into like an HTML viewer and then, change it according to... It's amazing what you can learn just by emulating what other people have already done. Do you know that that's what learning is? We learn by copying people, right? You guys understand that, right? Learning is by copying or having an idea and doing something in a different way that is going to lead to some sort of logical outcome. So if you want to learn things, you can just say, I wonder how that works, and then go in and do it. Do what I do. Be curious. Curious. I am curious. Okay. Jeff, you're such a fucking weirdo. It's true. Dadbod, Bikerbeard. Hey, go check out the shelfhelpshow.com when you get a chance. If you want to go ahead and manipulate it, you can do that too. I don't care. Shelfhelpshow.com. Been tracking. We had 1 viewer as of yesterday. As of today, we have 4. So, we're doing great. I gotta darken up that light blue on the background with the light blue, don't I? Great. These little known secrets. This is there's an affiliate link there. It is for depression without medication. I've done it both ways. If you've tried meds and it doesn't work, as long as you're not, feeling like you're going to harm yourself or others, there are ways holistically to treat depression. I would say, I know for a fact there are. So there are some links there. 109. Oh, we're getting more people. News, traffic, and weather. There's me doing a show. Here's some women's health, and yoga pants are hot too, because I want to be appropriate at all times. Look, there's women doing yoga because I like them, because they're hot. This is a meme site. I want to do some meme stuff. What do you meme? What do you meme? Some blogs. You want to see videos? Oh, my video library is here. That's amazing. You want to watch some shows? Watch. Right now, this is the transplanted devil over here. My buddy John. He is on a 6-day 5-concert. Okay, that guy is. I like him. So he's out. He's doing little videos every time he goes to a concert, drinks a beer, takes a pee, eats a fast food. So he'll be back next week, and I'll be putting together a compilation of all of his stops along the way. He saw Metallica last night, Billy Joel tonight. So he's gonna keep going. If you want to check that out, I'll be able to share with you. Oh yeah, so back to alternatives. You guys got it? You understand? There are alternatives. That's the point. There are alternatives. You don't have to just do the one thing that everybody knows. Apps, same way. People build apps. They never get marketed. They never sell them. Don't buy it from X company if you don't want to. Someone's probably got something similar. They just didn't have the money to market in the first place. So they become open source, or they become freemium, or they do it based on donations. Like, hey, use my stuff, but tell a friend. So much stuff out there, guys. So much. It's amazing. 1 minute, 90-second commercial break. This is a little show spot that I put together. Enjoy.
Ready, I'm ready.
Emotional damage.
Guess who?
Who is this?
My name is Jeff.
What are you doing, Steph?
You are part of the Rebel Alliance,
Get out! Get the fuck out!
You can't handle the truth.
Dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Hello?
Oh my God!
Hey,
I'm off the deep
you ever been in love?
Daddy, you were in love.
I love you.
and you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Daddy. Welcome back. Shelf Help Show. Dadbod Bikerbeard. Tonight, going over whatever the hell I want. It is 12:14 in the a.m. my time, which means on the Pacific Coast it is 11 a.m. p.m. Sorry. Yeah, 12:14 a.m., which is 11:14 p.m. Wherever you are, it's the middle of the night. Stop by, say hi, jump on chat if you'd like. Drop me a note. We were looking at the shelfhelpshow.com website. If you want to go there, there's some resources, some memes, some funny stuff, and some news. We were looking at alternatives to whatever. I started with doing AI voices, looking at AI voices and voice models, and then running into that technology. And then I thought, wow, I wonder if I could do that. I could learn how to run one of those MIT models from GitHub and make my own. And then I ran into alternative to, and I found out you can. Let's see. Deep fake voice. Jordan Peterson. Oh. All right. I want to show you guys this bad boy. This is a lot of fun. Entire screen. Audio. Share. Wait. Nope. Did I do the right one? Share screen too. Go. All right. You guys want to see how legit this is? It says, while you can easily find hours of footage with Peterson, none of what you hear in this piece comes from his mouth. Instead, it's been produced by a neural network called Not Jordan Peterson, which has been trained to mimic the voice of the psychologist. The resemblance is absolutely uncanny. Check out these examples we generated with my colleague. Let's see if they're still live.
Let's see how well this works. I'd be curious how it handles unusual constructs and phrases and other colloquial abnormalities. Well, I've got a dream too. But it's about singing and dancing and making people happy. That's the kind of dream that gets better the more people you share it with. I did not fuck my dog. I did not come on my dog. I did not put my dick anywhere near my dog. I've never done anything weird with my dogs. Oh man, I just appreciate women so much as my equal. All people are equal. Political correctness rulers, dude.
Which one was your favorite?
I did not fuck my dog.
That one's pretty good. I love Jordan Peterson. I do. If you know his voice, that's it. I mean, it's it. It must be I think the more distinct. Well, I don't know if the more distinct, the better. I don't know. Maybe I've just listened to this guy talk for too many hours. But crazy, right? The model, which you can try with the link below, lets you type anything and then convert it to the voice of Peterson. But don't listen to me. Here is how Not Jordan Peterson describes itself.
Hello and welcome to NotJordanPeterson.com. This is Not Jordan Peterson. In fact, I'm a neural network designed to sound like Dr. Peterson. Type some text in the box below and I'll read it for you. And to the real Dr. Peterson, remember that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
How did he do it? The first model developed at Google is called Tachytron 2. It takes as input the text that you type and produces what is known as an audio spectrogram. The second model developed at NVIDIA is called WaveGlow. It acts as a vocoder, taking the spectrogram output of Tachytron 2 and producing a full audio waveform, which is what gets encoded into an audio file you can then listen to. With this development, Peterson enters a long list of popular personalities who've had their voices duped by AI, including YouTube heavyweight Joe Rogan, Microsoft founder Bill Gates, and U.S. President Donald Trump. For the record, this is hardly the first time someone has toyed around with Peterson's voice and deep fake tech. earlier this year a video in which an AI model tries singing Eminem's Lose Yourself, and Peterson's voice went viral, attracting 240,000 spins on YouTube. I think it was taken down. Not Jordan Peterson, though. You can make a psychologist say or sing practically anything. You can try it out by following this link. We'll see if it's true. I think the link is dead, and I think this video has been taken off too. Yeah, it's gone, or it's been made private. It seems the website is getting quite a bit of traction, so don't be surprised if it times out. Pro tip, test it out with shorter snippets. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gone. Pretty sure. You know, if you want to open a hyperlink into another window, hit the control button on your keyboard and then hit it, and it'll open it up in another window and not make you leave that one. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gone.
Hello and welcome to NotJordanPeterson.com. This is not Jordan Peterson. In fact, I'm a neural network designed to sound like Dr. Peterson. Unfortunately, for the time being, the site will remain inoperable, but please sign up to the mailing list below if you would like to stay informed of future developments.
What do you think? Every time you give somebody your email address, you just become one of their prospects. So I'm assuming this was a cease and desist that caused this to happen, which is unfortunate because that was really, really cool. I really wanted to play with it, and that's why I thought, well, I'm just going to make my own. Screw you guys, I'm going home. I want to. This is what led me down that rabbit hole. I said, okay, well, let me learn about... let's see if the Bill Gates one is open by chance. Let me learn about the Tachytron 2, and let me see what it takes to run that.
A cramp is no small danger on a swim. He said the same phrase 30 times. Pluck the bright rose without leaves. 2 plus 7 is less than 10.
That sounds like him, right? Maybe you wonder why these researchers chose to replicate such a STEMmy bunch of speakers. Well, the simplest answer is that one of the resources used to train MEINET was 452-hour data set of TED Talks. The rest of the training data came from audiobooks chosen because of the highly animated manner of the speakers makes for a challenging target. These audio samples are undeniably impressive, but MEINET isn't exactly a bolt from the blue. Now, here's another one. They got MEINET and they had Tachytron 2. They have, crazy. Joe Rogan demonstrated exactly how far we've come. But 22 with the unveiling of Sample, RNN, and WaveNet, the latter being a machine learning text-to-speech program created by Google's London-based AI lab DeepMind, which now powers Google Assistant. So look, do you understand how the fuck I can easily I have like 10 different, I'm not kidding, 10 different browsers that I use for different purposes because I wind up doing so much damn research to try and understand everything that I have to separate them into different like Chrome accounts. I use Chrome a lot. AI text generation. You understand you can use software to write entire books now and then check it for accuracy and check it for plagiarism, and then you can publish it. What's the point of even having college anymore? They're literally AI algorithms that will write you a fucking paper based on the topics that you put in. You can just name the chapters. And then it runs it through Grammarly, and then it runs it through a couple of other engines and checks for plagiarism and then content. You can pick the style. There's like no work. There's literally AI bots are when they tell you that like Russia deploys bots to social media in order to make inflammatory statements and drive people to be angry. Understand that it's true, guys. I can show you how it's done. What is this? That was a AI generated song. That's amazing. I'm going to download that. I bet it's not copywritten. You see I just downloaded those. As ever there. Wow, that's crazy. They had a fucking computer generate that. So now let's go ahead and let's track some of these links. So this is the unconditional end-to-end neural audio generation model. Okay, University of Montreal, IIT Kanpur, University of Montreal. These guys put together how to make these voice models work. It's a published paper. It's published works. Audio generation is a challenging task at the core of many problems of interest, such as text-to-speech synthesis, music synthesis, and voice conversion. The particular difficulty of audio generation is that there is often a very large discrepancy between the dimensionality of the raw audio signal and that of the effective semantic level signal. Consider the task of speech synthesis, where we are typically interested in generating utterances corresponding to full sentences. Even at a relatively low sample rate of 16 kilohertz, on average, we will have 6,000 samples per word generated. Traditionally, the high dimensionality of raw audio. So they're saying, look, dude, it's taking 6,000 samples to generate a noise. So then how do we reduce that down? This is what technology is, guys. That's fucking amazing. Somebody's like, hey, I have an idea. I can make a thing. And then somebody goes, I think I can make it better. And then they say, I think I can name that tune in one note. Name that tune. And then they do it. Here's the code. Look. GitHub. Remember we talked about that earlier? Surushamer sample RNN, ICRN samples, SoundCloud. Okay, look. Oh, you guys are seeing how we go down the rabbit hole. These are sample RNNs. Okay. This is Moolah.
Explain more, striking it is all one life. When that's tradition, I'm ready to back ranks car, Lord will and one on trace, and as a ability of fire, the only sake. This are canals. And somebody has I think he can't some of the geeky as George, the still nay, and in the night he didn't hear this some old lady you say, why is a lady? I know you. Looking into the sun, so I couldn't get it through second in this of like you the color from your lady of a black fight. Cut this.
Okay, I'm assuming that the fake voice was supposed to be in like I don't know, some Indian voice, because I didn't understand it. Did you? More examples of music made by AI from their paper. So apparently,
stop this if this here man, just see, and a backflash, fake here, mission. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's enough. However, if you want to read the paper and then follow along, they'll show you their discovery along the way. And here's the mathematics to support it. And this is fucking incredible. Incredible. Especially since the accent was so bad. I mean, the written word here is so clear. Look, onomatopoeia, blizzard, music. They're showing me what the waveforms wind up looking like. Isn't that cool? That's cool shit. I don't know. You're like, Jeffrey, we don't care. Why don't you talk about BDSM and politics? Because that's far more interesting. This shit's complicated. Yeah. Well, this is the stuff that I like to look at myself. I like it. Listen to some Google's DeepMind Artificial Intelligence has produced what could be some of the most realistic sounding
Google's
machine.
DeepMind AI fakes some of the most realistic human voices yet.
Your happiest spring
We got a
starts with
commercial.
Lowe's. It all starts with making your yard happy and getting it into spring shape. Start by trimming those rough edges with our Husqvarna trimmers from $1.99. And for even more curb appeal, blast your driveway clean with our electric pressure washers. Everyday low price starting at $99. Make your yard shine this spring and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's,
Yeah,
home
see,
to any
someone's
budget,
getting paid.
Home to any possibility. While supplies last, valid 2/24/32 U.S. only.
Go.
Google's DeepMind artificial intelligence has produced what could be some of the most realistic sounding machine speech yet. WaveNet, as the system is called, generates voices by sampling real human speech and directly modeling audio waveforms based on it, as well as its previously generated audio.
Nice.
In Google's tests, both English and Mandarin Chinese listeners found WaveNet more realistic than other types of text-to-speech programs, although it was less convincing than actual human speech. Enough, it can also play the piano well. Programs are increasingly important for computing. People begin to rely on bots and
personal assistants like Apple's Siri, Microsoft's Cortana, Amazon's Alexa, and the Google Assistant. If you ask Siri or Cortana a question, though, they'll reply with actual recordings of a human voice, rearranged in pieces. This is called concatenated text-to-speech, and as one expert puts it, it's a little like a ransom note. The results are often fairly realistic.
But as Google writes, producing a new audio persona or tone of voice requires having an active record every possible sound in a database. Here's one phrase created by Google. There's no library of real news making the sounds. The alternate parametric text-to-speech.
The Blue Lagoon is a 1980 American romance and adventure with Randall Kleiser
or mouth sounds. Parametric views don't need source material to produce words. But the results, at least in English, are often stilted and robotic. You can hear that
The Blue
here.
Lagoon is a
Google's
1980
system is
American
still based
romance
on
and
real
adventure
voice
film directed by
But
Randall
instead of
Kleiser.
chopping up recordings,
That was
it
better.
learns from them, then independently creates its own sounds in a variety of
Voices. The results are something like this.
The Blue Lagoon is a
that's not
1980
quite right.
American romance
On
and
its own,
adventure film
WaveNet
directed by
only
Randall
knows a language,
Kleiser.
not its
And it produces pleasing yet mysterious nonsense, complete with human-like pauses and breath sounds. For each, Google shapes the results with linguistic rules and suggestions.
But it isn't specifically
Just
tied to
even
speech. It
Dowy's
can learn, for example,
there's lots
from
of
piano
effort
music,
into
too.
pretending. But
There's
that Jeff
already
over
plenty of
To generate music,
Sorry,
and it's not nearly as complicated as making speech that humans will recognize as their own. On a scale from 1, not realistic, to 5, very realistic, listeners in around 500 blind tests rated WaveNet at 4.21
in English and
4.08
in
in
Mandarin. While even human speech
didn't
get a
the
perfect 5, it was still higher at 4.55 in English and 4.2
Mandarin. On the other hand,
WaveNet
outperformed other methods by a wide margin.
WaveNet isn't going to be showing up things like Google Assistant right now. Its step-by-step processing system requires a comparatively huge amount of computing power. But Google explains more about the system here,
complete with more samples for mathematical models and other details. There are also 2 papers posted online.
DeepMind masters the game of Go.
Oh, that's frightening. Yeah. Master the game of Go. It it got smarter and smarter, like quite rapidly, and then nobody in the world could beat it, and then it can only beat itself, which is great. Now it can't beat itself. I mean, you can beat your partner. Go. Oh, you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe your wall. I thought you can beat your partner, you can beat your meat, but you can't.
Russia suspends Soyuz rocket launches over European sanctions. The Verge.
Why is it still reading? How do you hit stop?
Switch to a healthcare plan awarded 5 out of 5 stars for quality and service. A plan from United Healthcare. Get benefits like vision, dental care, and more. Call United. Shop UHC. Devices vary by plan and area.
That's enough. Isn't that crazy? Here's something I learned about the text-to-speech. You want to read correctly, you want to read properly. If you read along with a text-to-speech model that knows emphasis and prosody, and it knows when to pause appropriately based on punctuation, just follow along and read with it. You'd be surprised. AI generated Joe Rogan fake has to be heard to be believed. The most realistic AI voice clone we've had. Listen to this article. Are you ready?
This AI generated Joe Rogan fake has to be heard to be believed.
I just said that.
Your happiest
Really?
day starts with Lowe's. It all starts with making your
Jesus
yard
Louises.
and getting it into spring shape. Start by trimming those rough edges with our Husqvarna trimmers from $1.99.
Artificial intelligence isn't just creating fake photos and videos, it can do voices too.
Everyday low price starting at $99.
Here we go. Joe Rogan. Fake Joe. Fuck that commercial.
Lowe's. Home to any possibility. While supplies last, valid
Yeah. I hope you get charged a lot for that commercial. All right, ready? The clips are not real. They were by a machine learning model. Chimp hockey team.
Friends, I've got something new to tell all of you. I've decided to sponsor your hockey team entirely of chimps. I'm tired of people telling me that kicking human ass in sports. Chimps are just superior athletes. Chimps have been working. Got an elk meat. Chimps will rip your ball. That's it. See you on the ice, folks. The robot has benefits. I can pronounce tongue twisters. Check this out. Peter Piper picked pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers? Peter Piper. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. Also, since my brain is connected to the internet, I've become a medic. Did you know that bacillar membrane and otolaryngology are not autocorrelations?
What?
Hey, Joe Rogan, it's me. Joe Rogan, come save me, man. These artificial intelligence guys have trapped me in a machine.
Interwebs are lagging so hard. Got too many bots on my stream, yo. Too many.
I've never told this story before, but
you see? Spin it out. Which one of these is a real face and what's an AI generated fake? Which face is real.com? Oh no. You see? Guys, it's not my fault. They just hyperlink from one thing to another. What am I supposed to do? Not click on it? See a deep fake Salvador Dali? Yeah, he's been dead for 50 years. I don't really care about the news now. I don't really care about Jordan. We've moved on, although I want my own Jordan Peterson voice maker because I just want him to talk to me and tell me things about myself. That would be nice. What do we got here? Which face is real has been developed by Jevin West and Carl Bergstrom at the University of Washington as part of something called the Calling Bullshit Project. All images are either computer generated from thispersondoesnotexist.com using the StyleGAN software or real photographs from FFHQ dataset of Creative Commons and public domain images. License rights notwithstanding, we will gladly respect any request to remove specific images. Please send the URL of the result pages showing the image in question. All right, so they're cool enough. They're like, hey, look, basically, if there's something that's yours and you don't want it up here, just let us know. So one of these is computer generated, and one of them is human. Which one is which? Go. I say the girl is computer generated and the guy is real. Creative Commons, like it's already a real picture. What do you think? Are they going to give us the answer? Or do we have to go look at the Calling Bullshit? Or thispersondoesnotexist.com? Okay. Well, you see where we have to click through? Now we have to go to this fucking site because I can't tell which one. Look, I've never seen this before. We just found it together. This is fun. Syllabus, book, videos, tools, case studies, FAQ, press, and contact. This is called Calling Bullshit, the Art of Skepticism in a Data-Driven World. by Carl Bergstrom and Jevin West. The world is awash in bullshit. Politicians are unconstrained by facts. That's true. Science is conducted by press release. True. Higher education rewards bullshit over analytic thought. True. Startup cultures elevate bullshit to a high art. I don't like these guys. Advertisers wink conspiratorially, invite us to join them in seeing through all the bullshit and take advantage of our lowered guard to bombard us with bullshit of the second order. Penn Jillette would like you guys. He might have stolen his idea, though. The majority of administrative activity, whether in private or business or the public sphere, seems to be little more than a sophisticated exercise in the combinatorial reassembly of bullshit. We're sick of it. It's time to do something. As educators, one constructive thing we know how to do is teach people. So the aim of this course is to help students navigate the bullshit-rich modern environment by identifying bullshit, seeing through it, and combating it with effective analysis and argument. What do we mean exactly by bullshit and calling bullshit? As a first approximation, bullshit involves language, statistical figures, data, graphics, and other forms of presentation intended to persuade by impressing and overwhelming a reader or listener with a blatant disregard for truth and logical coherence. I like that. Calling bullshit is a performative utterance, a speech act in which one publicly repudiates something objectionable. The scope of targets is broader than bullshit alone. You can call bullshit on bullshit, but you can also call bullshit on lies, treachery, trickery, or injustice. I like this a lot. I'm gonna have to link these guys to my site. Do you guys want to check it out? I'll put a link to this on theshelfhelpshow.com, as well as to Alternative 2, and then a couple of those AI models. So we'll go back and we'll have a show links at the bottom, and go ahead and take a look. Have fun if you want to go back and look at them later. In this course, we'll teach you how to spot the former and effectively perform the latter. While bullshit may reach its apogee in the political domain, this is not a course on political bullshit. Instead, we will focus on bullshit that comes clad in the trappings of scholarly discourse. Traditionally, such highbrow nonsense has come couched in big words and fancy rhetoric, but more and more we see it presented instead in the guise of big data and fancy algorithms. And these quantitative, statistical, and computational, forms of bullshit are those that we will be addressing in the present course. Our course, an advertisement is trying to sell you something, but do you know whether the TED Talk you watched last night is also bullshit? And if so, can you explain why? Can you see the problem with the latest New York Times or Washington Post article fawning over some startups' big data and analytics? Can you tell when a clinical trial reported in the New England Journal or JAMA is trustworthy, and when it's just a veiled press release for some big pharma company? Our aim in this course is to teach you how to think critically about the data and models that constitute evidence in the social and natural sciences. Carl T. Bergstrom and Jevin West, Seattle, Washington. Well stated. Calling bullshit has been developed by Carl Bergstrom and Jevin West to meet what we see as major need in higher education nationwide. Disclaimer: this website is intended for personal educational use and should not be employed for informational purposes, or should be for informational purposes only. Accordingly, all warranties and forms of liability for use. All right, so it's saying you can't hold us accountable. You can't do anything with this and say it's our fault. Syllabus, book, videos, tools. What do you want to look at? Let's look at tools. I'm a tool. You're a tool. Tools and tricks. In many of the course lectures, we will discuss how you can spot bullshit, call bullshit, avoid becoming the victim of bullshit. So, tools and tricks. Visualization, spotting misleading axes. Data graphics tell stories. Fairly subtle choices on the part of the creators can influence the stories they tell, sometimes in misleading fashion. We look at how the ranges shown on an axis can be misleading and explore the classic issue of when the y-axis of a graph needs to include 0. So that's nice. How do you know a paper is legit? Any scientific paper can be wrong, but you greatly decrease the chances of being misled if you know how to distinguish legitimate articles from untrustworthy ones. We discussed how to draw this distinction, and along the way provide a brief overview of how scientific publication process works. Visualization. proportional ink. Many data graphics include bar charts and pie charts. They use the sizes of shaded areas to represent data values. We describe what we call the principle of proportional ink. In such charts, the amount of ink used to represent a value should be directly proportional to the value itself. Unfortunately, this principle is commonly violated. We explore a number of examples. Which face is real? We found it. Recent developments in artificial intelligence have made it possible to rapidly generate photorealistic images of people who don't even exist. While these are indistinguishable from real faces at a glance, you can learn to tell the difference with just a bit of practice. So we're going to click through. Oh my gosh. You see? Are you tracking this? You have to be. You may not find this interesting, but I really don't fucking care. You should find it interesting. I'm saving that as a quick link. If you want to know how to save a favorite in a very rapid fashion, this is which face is real. You have a couple of options. You can come over here and you can hit the star. That'll add it to your favorites over here. Or you can grab the little address and you can pull it down into your... Is it hidden? All right. So you can pull it down here and then it'll copy it down here too. You see that? Which face is real? Look. You can go here. You guys want to know what a user script is? These are hacks that people build into web pages. So if you download those, then you can have different hacks that'll do different things. Yeah, why do I know that? I just do. Back to here. Now your quick link is your favorite is right here on the bar. Click on the person who is real. Okay, we're going to take the test. What happened to our music? Remove. You want to hear some music? I do. Background music. How about some lounge music? Yeah. Let's listen to some lounge music. Turn up my Bose system. Yeah, baby. It's funky. All right. So click on the person who is real. I would say, I don't know, but I want to say the purple girl. You are correct. The image on the left is real. Play again. Oh, look. They said, gee, Dadbod Bikerbeard, you must have a thick wiener. Let's find out. All right. Which one is real? I'm going to say that this guy over here is real and the baby's fake. I think the baby's too equilateral, like this face is too balanced. You are correct. The image on the left is real. You see how symmetrical that face is compared to that face? I think it's that symmetry that's easier to call out. See that little Asian girl's face? Very cute, right? Very pretty. But I'd say perfectly symmetrical. This dude, not symmetrical. So I'm going to say he is real. You are correct. It's about symmetry, kids. You know, people's faces are not perfectly symmetrical. Like this girl, see that? It's an AI face, and we know Cheech Marin is real. That is correct. So it's obvious that people facing forward in perfect fashion are not real. So she is real because she's asymmetrical. He is real because he is symmetrical. Or he is not real, rather. This person, she got a pretty face. She looks familiar. Is that the Hermione chick? I think it's Hermione from Harry Potter. I wonder if Harry put it in her pooter. So she's real. And then this girl, she's too well balanced. Crooked face, even face. I'd say crooked face. Did I get one wrong? Oh, incorrect. Ooh, I got one wrong. Oh, look, yeah, the symmetry there is. Damn it. All right. The one on the left is the real one. Okay. Click the person Who is real? What do you think? Is she real or not real? Is he real or not real? I say he's real. Oh, it's getting better. Now they're throwing angles on me. I like this. Click on the person who is real. Oh no. Which one is real? Now they're giving us different angles. Shadows. Who's real? I say she's real. I'm gonna be wrong now. I'm correct. Wow, they're doing a really good job. Who is the real person? They're both a little bit mousy. I say she's real. Correct. Click on the person who's real. Child is real? I think it's Justin Bieber. Incorrect. Oh, I got it wrong. Okay, that's trippy. Man. Who is real? I say he's real because he's got this thing in front of his face. I don't know. Harder to tell. Correct. Wow. All right, over here. Who is real and who is not real? Well, I say he's real because he's got shadow behind his head. Yeah. And the other guy has dead eyes like he's a molester. All right. Who's real and who's not real? I say he's real because he's got the chick behind him. Correct. I'm using tricks though. I'm like this guy is not real. Although he looks like Maury Schafer. Maury Schafer? Dude from 60 Minutes back in the day. I'm Maury Schafer. Morley? You ever hear something in your head long enough that you try and say it out loud, you're not sure if it's right? That's it. Morley? What the fuck is that guy's name? 60 Minutes. Y'all too young. I say this guy over here is real because someone took his picture off of a government website somewhere. So backgrounds, I say he's real. I'm correct. I like a make-believe girlfriend that looks like that. Ooh, we got shadow casting and we got awkward face positions too. Oh, that's a good one. Kind of mouth agape, a little bit askew. We got shadows. Which one is real? I see this one's real because the arm's over the head and we're dealing with faces. Yeah, but dude, it's taking those sort of differences. Oh no. I'm going to say because she's got people behind her that she's real. Yep. The other one has a grayed out background, but that's not a good indicator anymore. Holy shit, that looks like somebody I know. And that looks like it's taken outdoors, so I'm going to have to say that one's real. Yeah. You got that commonality of like the background is kind of static or blurred. This one's pretty good. I'm going to say this guy's real over here. Yeah. Oh, incorrect. She was real. He was, wow. All right. I think I'm about done. Who's real? Who's not real? Oh, no. She's real. Yeah. That was pretty cool. Play real or not real with your friends and family. This person's real because she's outdoors and she's a dirty hippie. Which face is real? So, good times. Calling BS. I wonder, can you make? Didn't they say something about being able to make your own face or some shit like that? Let's go back to that as a tool. Which face is real? Visualization, okay. We'll say methods. Because it seems to be a persistent source of confusion, let us begin by stressing that we did not develop the phenomenal algorithm used to generate these faces. The StyleGAN algorithm used to produce these images was developed by Taro Karas, Samueli, and Timo at NVIDIA based on earlier work by Ian Goodfellow, colleagues. Okay. In February 2019, graphics hardware manufacturer NVIDIA released open source code for their photorealistic face generation software, StyleGAN. The software uses a generative adversarial network approach in which two neural networks play a game of cat and mouse, one attempting to generate artificial images indistinguishable from real, and the other attempting to tell the difference. Can you imagine that AI? One is trying to make fake faces and the other one is trying to prove it. The two networks train one another. After a few weeks, the image creating network can produce images like the fake ones on this website. Already, faces created by StyleGAN are being used in espionage. In addition to the code for adversarial network system, NVIDIA released the data in a form of neural network weights for a full trained model so that users could bypass a lengthy training process and begin generating faces right away. During the training process, the GAN needs a set of real faces to learn from. The network provided by NVIDIA was trained on the combined images from two large collections of facial photos, Saliba HQ and FFHQ. The former includes thousands of celebrity faces. The latter comprises 70,000 facial photographs posted to Flickr under a Creative Commons license. All licenses details are provided in the JSON file associated with the dataset. That's JavaScript object notation. On the website, we present pairs of images, a real one from FFHQ collection and a synthetic one generated from StyleGAN system and posted to thepersondoesnotexist.com, a web-based demonstration of StyleGAN system that posts a new artificial image every 2 seconds. Did we ever look at that one directly? This person does not exist. Which person is real? All right, calling bullshit project. Okay. There's a JSON file. The former includes thousands. Okay, where's the... For a full train model, using espionage, StyleGAN, open source. That's crazy. The software uses I have to look at StyleGAN now. That's so crazy. FFHQ. Dude. See? It's not my fault. You think it's my fucking fault, but it's not. It's not my fault. Look, we're opening up the source code so we can read it and we can try it. Here's the code. Go to this file. Flickr faces, readme. Doc, search, asset, manifest, JSON, favicon processed. Oh, that's crazy. People aren't pulling it as fast. A style-based generator architecture. Here's all the paperwork on it. That's just... Oh, release open source code for the photorealistic face generation software StyleGAN. The software uses a generative... Okay. That's so nuts. Do you see why I need somebody to finish my stuff? Oh no. Oh my God. That's so wild. These are all fake. Like, what are you using those for? Nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta stop. I'm gonna try and build one. Oh, the things. Oh, the things, guys. The things. This is why nobody likes me anymore. I get fascinated by this stuff. Okay, so if you want to check out some of these resources, whichfaceisreal.com. What was the bullshit one? Calling bullshit. Sounds like a good program. My God, it's like this is great stuff. Glad I went to tools. We got videos. You guys want to make some EDM music? Course lecture, introduction to bullshit, classroom discussion, the philosophy of bullshit, spotting bullshit. Sounds too good to be true. Entertain multiple hypotheses, Fermi estimation to check the plausibility of claims, unfair comparisons, assignment bullshit inventory, correlation and causation. Oh, this sounds like my course. What are the correlations, spurious correlations, correlation exercise, common causes? We explain how common causes can generate correlations between otherwise unrelated variables, and look at the correlational evidence that storks bring babies. Manipulative experiments. We look at how manipulative experiments can be used to work out in the direction of causation. Statistical traps and trickery. Right censoring. We look at the graph age at a death for musicians in different genres and use this to illustrate the problem of right censored media. Means and medians. Values and prospector's fallacy. The Will Rogers effect. Jevon's turn. This is great. Oh my God. Common causes, manipulative experiment. This is great. I'm fascinated by it. There's videos too, so you don't even have to read the whole time. Guys, you can all sign up for this. Hey, Dadbod Bikerbeard, thanks for stopping by. I know it's the middle of the night. I'm just doing my thing. Let's correlate what Dadbod want to learn about tonight. Put some work into it.
So if correlation isn't causation, then how do we determine causation, right? What can we do? And a lot of the science method, of course, involves coming in and doing manipulative experiments. So suppose we want to figure out whether we know that thing A and thing B are correlated, and figure out, well, is there a causal here? Is there a common cause? What's going on? We can go in and we can perturb things. So we go in and we try changing thing A and see what happens. Well, if there's common cause, effect on thing B, right? Because there's no arrow from thing A to thing B. Similarly, if there's common cause, then we go in and we change thing B. That should have no on thing A, right? So that we can actually get in there and use experimentation to try to get at causality. If we actually have direct causality, then we see something different. We change thing A, and we perturb change thing A, we change thing B, and causality goes in the other direction. To B, we see a change in A, right? And so that's helping us get at these underlying causal questions. If I had a little bit more time, take an example of fur and whether fever actually has beneficial health outcomes and so forth. But I think what I did is by just summarizing some of the sort of causal relationships I want you to start looking at. You're presented with correlation in a scientific paper. So when you see a correlation, first question, is it causal or is it just coincidence? When we talk about all of these funny correlations that Jevon had with the time series, were just coincidence. But we got to ask that for science too. Somebody's compared 50 different measures of performance on some test with 50 other different outcome variables, and these found two that are correlated. Looks like it may well be coincidence, so we got to look out for that. You see a claim or an implicit claim about causality because of the structure of a graph. Which way do they actually go? Have they really put the independent variable on the x and the dependent variable on the y, or is it reversed? Don't be fooled by that. Always consider that the causality could reverse, could have kind of a looping cycle. Is causality direct, or is it mediated by a common cause? So just because two things are correlated, as we saw with a number of the examples, the storks and the birth rates, they may not have any direct causal relationships, but there's this outside common cause that's determining both. And related to that, don't by this post hoc propter ergo hoc. With the storks and the births, there wasn't, but with something like a vaccination story, time order, or with our Babies R Us story, there's a time order. And so don't let that time order trick you into thinking that there's got to be a causal arrow running that way. It's true that there's not one running this way, but there's not necessarily running that one running that way either. When you hear claims about cause, oh, A is causing B. Well, do you have the most important cause? Or is there some other cause that we're not talking about that's even more important? And finally, and this is really what we do in a lot of the experimental method in science, is if there's a causal relationship somewhere, but all you're given is correlation, then you ask, well, okay, you're just showing me correlation. Is there a way that experimental perturbation could be used to tease out the of causality? And if you can learn, whenever you're seeing correlational data being given as evidence for various things, if you can learn to sort of run through these in your mind, I think you'll be able to do a much better job of seeing through accidental mistakes, deliberate in presenting claims.
Just run real quick, guys. Go ahead, take a moment. I'll pause the music so you can concentrate, okay? Go ahead. Good. I'm glad we're all on the same page.
Claims about causation.
I like it. I like these guys. They're pretty dope. Scroll for details. Yeah. Let's, you want to clip some of it? You want to like it? I do. Want to download it as an MP3 or WebM or M4A? Let's download it as an M4A. Oh, what is this? Oh, Dadbod Bikerbeard, you have another tool attached. Why did it become available when we were on the YouTube, you may ask? Well, there are video and audio editors that are available online that if you're on a website and you decide that you want a clip of something, you can take a free YouTube MP3 converter if you just want the audio, and you can download it, right? Oh, you didn't know that, did you? Yeah, so here's some video. So let's say that I want this video for myself because I want to edit it, and maybe I want to take the information that's there and put some Creative Commons or public, what do they call it? Public, when a copyright is up after 100 years. Like you can go back to like 1922, and anything that's in the public domain, that's what it's called, public domain. Let's say I want to take some public domain music, some classical music. And also, you have to make sure that the performance is not copywritten, not just the music. And you want to put a bit of music behind a video montage of whatever images you think is appropriate for this, and then you want to upload it back to the YouTubes and say, ooh, this is Jordan Peterson's greatest hits. And then people look for Jordan Peterson, and then they find your video and they watch it. And then it's considered an original work because you have audio, you have music, and then you have pictures going to the words given by somebody else. It's like a documentary. It's fair use. And then you can publish that, and people can watch it, and then you can get paid for it. What? Is everything consumerism? Is everything monetizable? Most things, a lot of things. So if I want to take this, and let's say that 720 is probably going to be plenty, or you want to do WebM, which is a 4K or 8K. We can make a 4K video from that YouTube, and we can go ahead and hit this download button, and it's going to start processing it here. Loader.to, loader, Loader.to. That is the site where you start. They have online file converters. for basically any platform that you might be on, regardless of how they think it might be protected to not be downloaded. It's not illegal to download it, but they don't offer it as an option directly on YouTube. So here we go. It's downloaded 100%. It's been converted. We converted this into a 4K. And then I can go ahead and download it onto my computer. And then when it's done, we can open it up. It's got, 10-12 seconds left. As soon as it's done, I'll show you. If I was this curious in college, I think I would have been a PhD. So let's open this up. I don't have a 4K player. I just remember that. So if I just downloaded this in a format that I don't have a codec with which to play it, that's going to be kind of stupid. It's working on it. You know what's crazy is I'm doing all this on a like an i5 piece of shit computer with 128 gig chip in it, not even a hard drive. I have a 256 gig micro SD attached via plug that has more computing space than the actual computer does that I'm using. But if you do everything cloud-based, you're not having to download programs onto your computer. And if you do that, then your computer continues to run at a decent level where you can actually stream on Twitch and on Facebook and on Parler and on YouTube simultaneously while you're getting a UV tan on your lower legs. There we go. Now we open this up, if it will allow it. Again, I'm assuming I have the codec for it, even though I don't have a 4K screen, because otherwise, I'm assuming that VLC would not recognize it. VLC, that's free also. It's a video and an audio player. I feel like I might have taxed it a little hardcore. When things start to freeze up, gives you an idea. Right click. Oh, let's send it somewhere. Let's send it to one of my USB drives. All right, we'll convert it over there. Okay. Let's open File Explorer. And let's explore it. Did I put it on D? I did. I think I might be lacking the codec. Well, golly, there's something that you can learn. Don't put it in a format that you don't have supported. So let's say I'm going to put it on a 720. Let's do it again. Let's convert it. It's downloading. Look, video's converted. Sweet. Let's hit download. Sweet. It's downloading. See? Free. Opera. That's a good. I like Opera. I use Opera. Let's open this one. This MP4. Open. Where did it go? Oh, an audio engine has been stopped because the system became unresponsive. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. You're allowed to do that. Oh no. Oh, that was in data D. I keep crashing my media player. Apparently I'm a little too hardcore. Whoa. Uh-oh.
So if correlation isn't causation, then how do we determine causation, right? What can we do? And a lot of the scientific method, of course, involves coming in and doing manipulative experiments to figure out whether, whether we know that thing A and thing B are correlated, and we want to figure out, well, is there a causal arrow here?
Sorry, my Bose speaker was in the way of that screen a little bit, so I had to move it. So look, now I have the video. What does it mean to have the video? Who cares? Well, if you want to hack that video up, let's figure out a way to do it. I bet there's a way. How about we go over here and say, let's look at some of my shortcuts. I got a couple. Free YouTube to MP3 converter, tiny URL. That's if you want to change your URL address. 5-bedroom, 3-bath house in Victorville. I want that one. Mask, unmask. That's if you want to hide your links and send somebody a link and a code, so if they're at work, nobody can see what it is. Signed document, home canvas, Epstein's crime map. If you want to see that, we can show you that. PLR dashboard, top 10 documentaries. You guys understand this is like times 10. This is how much crap I have. Free porn pics. That's a good one. StreamYard, coaching archives, random questions, Imager, women's and men's wedding rings. Uh-oh. Nobody look at that. Must be on a different website. So let's say this. Let's say MP4 to GIF converter. It's called Easy GIF. There you go. So let's say that we want to clip or convert some of the data in there. Here's one called easygif.com. You ever wonder where these GIFs come from? This is an online resource. It's 100% free. That will make video clips, cuts. You can edit, you can optimize, add effects, you can split it, add text. You can make a WebP for it, APNG. These are different formats. You can rotate the video, resize it, reverse it, cut it, crop it, change the speed, mute it, merge it. So let's say that we want to do a GIF to MP4. No, how about a GIF maker? How about a cut? Let's cut it. So upload a image from your computer. We're going to cut this. Let's say that there's a piece that I really like that I want to utilize. And then we were on downloads, which is where it was. And then it's here at the top, calling bullshit. And then it's going to go ahead and it's going to upload it onto them. Or you can paste a URL too. If you just want to rip it right off the internet, you can do that too. So, that's good times. Oh, there's my mother. Hello, Mom. What are you up to? What are you doing up in the middle of the night, goofing off with me? That was a while ago. Well, welcome, Mom. Sorry I missed that. I didn't get a beep. So here's the calling bullshit. I just uploaded it here, or paste the URL, but we're going to say, we're going to go ahead and we're going to upload this, and then we're going to make some changes to it. So why would somebody offer web-based technology for nothing? It's because you're getting advertised to. If you click on any of their stuff, they get paid if you do so. Call duration of animated GIF. Supported image animated GIF. Max file size is 50 megabytes. For permanent links, you can use this GIF cutter output. GIF cutter, cut to length. Let's try again. We're gonna upload, calling bullshit. Upload. Oh, it's to cut an animated GIF. Okay, so it's telling me this is too big of a file, so I need to convert this file first. So let's say video to GIF. I bet I can do that. Converter. Choose a file. We're going to convert it and then we're going to cut it. Yeah. All right. Here you go. It's letting us do it so far. So MP4. These are all the formats you can use. File is 100 megabytes. I wonder if okay. We'll find out. If there's an error or not. Or if it starts working. There we go. Hey, look, we just uploaded it. So now it goes from an MP4, which is video format, to a GIF. GIFs are those, you know, the short videos that you see online, usually 15 seconds or less, I believe. So now we have it converted on this website, and here it is. It's not just different. So it's 4 minutes 22. And we can say, hey, cool. If you intend to crop part of the image, it's better to crop it before converting it to a GIF. Original size. You can do a maximum 30 seconds. All right, so let's say, let's watch it and let's see 30 seconds that we'd want to cut for use elsewhere.
So if correlation isn't causation, then how do we determine, right? What can we do? The scientific method.
I like the part when we were watching this where he was like trying to connect all those map pieces together in a confusing manner. It was like, yeah, just obviously go through this in your head real quick. Enjoyed that part because it seemed like ridiculous. Like, obviously, no, not obviously.
Is there a common cause? What's going on? We can go in and we can perturb things. So we go
perturb
in and we try changing thing A and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, common cause, then that thing B, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no
right.
thing A, thing B.
Obviously.
So if there's go in thing B, that should have no effect on thing A.
So
right?
we're going to find
that's the way that we can experimentation to try to get at causality. You know, the reverse, if we direct causality, then we see something different.
He doesn't he? Can you imagine if he's not married, going home to mom's for Hanukkah? Rebecca does a joke like that. She has a Jewish mom's voice. Even Charles Manson has a woman. Even Charles Manson's settling down for. You don't love me. You don't love your mother. You can't bring home a pretty girl. You can't get married. You can't settle down. Charles Manson got married. He's in prison. He killed people. My son, nothing. Bupkis.
Thing A, and we perturb change thing A, we see a change in thing B. And if the causality goes in the other direction, we perturb B, we see a change in A, right? So that's helping us get at these underlying causal questions. If I had a little bit more time, I'd take you through an example of fever and whether fever actually has beneficial health outcomes and so forth. But I think what I want to do instead is close by just summarizing some of the sort of causal relationships I want you to start looking at every time you're presented with correlation.
Yeah.
So when you see a correlation, you know, first question, is it causal or is it
coincidence?
We talked about all of these funny correlations that Jevin had with the time series. These were just coincidence. But we got to ask that science too. You know, somebody's compared 50 different you know, measures of performance on some test with 50 other different outcome variables, and he's found 2 that are correlated. You know, that's looks like it may well be coincidence. So we got to look out.
4 out of 5 dentists survey choose Trident. Right? Doctors who smoke prefer Chesterfields. Causal coincidence.
For that. you see a claim about causality because of the structure of a graph. Which way is the causality actually? Have they really put the independent variable on the x and the dependent variable?
Independent on the x, dependent on the y. The y-axis is up and down. The x-axis is at your bottom. Okay? That's how they make station graphs look like more convincing than they are.
On the y, or is it reversed? Don't be fooled by that. Always the causality could be reversed, or we could have kind of a looping cycle. Direct, or is it mediated by a common cause? So just because two things are correlated.
I like this. Don't be fooled by post hoc propter ergo hoc. I like that. When I heard that, I was like, oh, what the fuck?
As we saw with a number of examples, and the birth rates, for example, they may not have any direct causal relationships, but there's this outside common cause that's determining both. And related to that, don't get fooled by this post hoc propter ergo hoc. With the storks and the births, there wasn't sort of a time order, but with something like a vaccination story, there's a time order, or with our Babies R Us story, there's a time order. And so don't let that time.
I think this was done a couple years ago, so I think this is post or pre vaccination. This has nothing to do with the fucking Pfizer agenda. This is a different argument, but I think I can cut that and probably make some sort of a resolute causal declaration that because of post hoc propter whatever, I think don't be fooled by post hoc propter hoc. Okay, vaccinations are bullshit. Watch, I can make that statement. I'm gonna make a GIF.
With something like a vaccine story, there's a time order. With our Babies R Us story, there's a time. Don't let that time you into that there's got to be a causal arrow running that way. It's true that there's not one running this way, but not necessarily running that one running that way either. When you
I think you just proved it, guys.
Cause, A is causing B. Well, do you have the most important cause, or is there some cause that we're not?
Okay, so post hoc propter.
There's not one running this way.
Okay, let's find the time that starts. Use that as our GIF.
Vaccination story.
Okay, there we go. Back up a little more.
The births, there wasn't sort of a time order, but with.
Okay, it's 3 minutes 2 seconds. Let's back up a little more. 2:51.
There's this outside common cause that's determining both. And
all right, 2:54.
Related to that, don't get fooled by this post hoc propter ergo hoc. With the storks and the births, there wasn't sort of a time order, but with something like a vaccine story, there's a time order, or with our Babies R Us story, there's a time order. Don't let that time thinking that there's got to be a causal arrow. Okay. True that there's not one running this way, but one running that way either.
What was that? 2:52 to 3:22. Is that 30 seconds? Is that literally the size our GIF can be? Was that right? I think that was right. Guys, this is how you start propaganda, and this is how you start bullshit memes on the interwebs. You know what tools to use.
It's determining both. And related to that, don't get
2:55 to 3:22. That gives a little bit of space. So we come down here, we're going to say 2:55. Oh, is that seconds? I'm sorry. 2 minutes. Oh, how many seconds? All right, well, let's current position then. Let's play, pause.
Cause that's determining both. And related to that, don't. Outside common cause that's determining both. And related.
Okay, so we're going to say use current position, 175 seconds. End time, I think it was about 27 seconds. in time seconds. Oh, so 175 plus 27 seconds is 75, 85, 95, 96, 97, 197. Is that right? Oh, there's any math in the middle of the night. 175 to 197, that's about 25. Let's see. Am I doing the math right? So 85, 95, 10, 20. That's 22. Oh, that's not right. So we need, that's 20, and then we need 7 more. Let's say right there. What do you think? 201, 202? Or we can watch it. We can let it go to the...
To that, don't get fooled by this post hoc propter ergo hoc.
Post hoc propter ergo hoc.
In the births, there wasn't sort of a time order, but with something like a vaccination story, there's a time order, or with our Babies R Us story, there's a time order. And so don't let that time order trick you into thinking that there's got to be a causal running that way. It's true that there's not one running this way, but necessarily one running that way either.
So use current position, 203 and change. So that's pretty close. All right, so we're gonna start and stop. Maybe the we don't need. 202, that's fine. All right, so the size, we're gonna say original up to 600 px, which is pixels. Frame rate is gonna be 10, max of 30. Because, remember, video is a series of still images, so you want as many as possible. We watch TV at 60 hertz. When things are at 30, your brain, that's hertz is cycles per minute, or cycles hertz per minute, cycles per second per minute. Like 1 frame per second will be 60 hertz. You can do 1 every 2 seconds, and your brain will still fill in the gaps and make it look like movement. If you're my son, you have to have 120 hertz or in order for it to look like it's high def, right? The faster it is, the less your brain has to plug in the matrix difference. Optimize for static background. Assign more colors to moving parts of the image. It's relatively static. He's moving. Okay, that's fine. Let's say that. The method, should we use FFmpeg? I don't know what the options are, so let's just convert it to a GIF. You ready? Now we have a GIF. Once we have a GIF, now we can make up some shit. Hey, if you guys haven't watched anything on CPAC, I mean, if you're not, politically minded, or you're just tired of it all, just keep in mind, World War III is right around the corner. We're more fucked than we ever have been in regards to lack of respect in the world community. We're going to have to stick with the NATO treaty. And if dickhead Putin moves outside of Ukraine, we're going to literally go to war. So, yeah, bury your head in the sand and don't pay attention. It'll be fine. This is why I'm up in the middle of the night playing. So, yeah, but be aware, guys. There's not been a conflict like this. Not been a conflict like this in 45 years. Like, it's huge. I'm sorry, not since we were in Vietnam. Even the other skirmishes and bullshit that's gone on around oil, still nothing as big, because not even Saddam Hussein moving into Kuwait and saying he was going to take Kuwait back as part of the homeland. Not even since the Yom Kippur War. Not even since. There hasn't been an invasion of a country that was it hasn't happened, guys, in like 60 plus years. You guys, Ukraine, I know in your heads you don't think like the Ukraine is much. It's one of the richest countries in Europe and in the world. As a producer of iron ores, manganese, titanium, like huge. The 40 million people, understand 40 million, that's the size of California plus some. The 40 million people in Ukraine, it's not a small amount of people. It's 40 times greater than Pima County, where I live. 40 million people. It's not small. They produce enough food and agriculture to feed 600 million people. They're a huge exporter of everything. They're a very wealthy nation. Putin's been in power for a long, long time. He doesn't like the idea of the fact that the Soviet Union fell apart in the first place, because he was part of the government back then. He was a spy assassin back in the day at the Kremlin, and when USSR fell apart, he was very unhappy. And he's got a goal. He's 72 years old, guys. He's not young. He's in good shape. It's crazy how some people look good, like really good for that age, right? Putin's 72. I think Trump is like 74. Biden is like 78. It looks like he's 98. That guy, that's what 40 years of hard drinking does to you. It gives you brain damage. It gives you aneurysms. It gives you all the problems. Biden was a drunk for almost his whole life. So I don't know how long he's been sober for, but he's had multiple brain surgeries, guys. But look at the difference. Trump, he's a teetotaler. He doesn't drink, period. Weird. Putin, he doesn't drink either. Interesting. Look at those two, and then look at what looks like their great-great-grandfather, who's only a couple of years older than they are. Very interesting. But anyway, Russia's not part of NATO. Every other country outside of the Ukraine is part of NATO. Putin wants to put the USSR back together before he dies. I think we forget that we're dealing with people who are running our countries who are part of the old school. The benefit that you have of people like Trump is his old school had nothing to do with politics. It just had to do with business. So he doesn't have interest in oil. He doesn't have interest in pipelines. He doesn't have interest in all that. He doesn't. So you're not going to catch a lot of conflict. There's a reason why when he got elected, he basically said all of these treaties and these bullshit and these things. He's like, forget it. I cancel all of them. We're not helping any other country until you help yourselves. NATO wouldn't be as strong as it is right now. NATO is a lot stronger. Those countries are a lot stronger. If Trump hadn't come out and said, hey, why are we footing the bill for everything? You want us to be a part of this thing. You need to pay your part, and we're going to stop funding. America's not here to prop up the rest of the world and not prop itself up. That's the reason why NATO is at least strong enough right now. The problem is, though, you got Biden in there who is making like vague threats. Well, I'm gonna cripple your finances in 2 banks. And this is not an offensive mood. This is defensive. Please don't get mad at us. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. You know, the polls were just done yesterday that 62% of Americans, and this is not specifically political, just 62% of Americans polled said that they feel confident that if Trump was president now, that this bullshit with Ukraine would not have happened. But because of the current administration's mishandling of everything, unfortunately, we're eating our own tail as Americans, and there's no respect left. You know what happens when there's no respect left for you? That's when the bullies beat you up. That's when they take your lunch money. And that's when you get raped. It's not just beating you up and taking your lunch money. That's when they get back at you for the fucking 100 years that you were the dominant power. That's when the rage and the hatred comes out, when they realize that you're in a weak position because you're worried about fucking gender identity and bullshit like that. And that's when they come out and they really, really hurt you. I'm just saying. It's not, I don't know. I saw this coming. Goodbye, America. All right, anyways, let's go back to this. Hey, this is the stuff that's going to distract us until the blinding white flash and we're all just fucking turn into cement. So, we can now we can make changes to this, and then we can post it. We can crop it, we can resize it, we can rotate it, we can optimize. I don't know what optimize does. We can add effects. rotate, reverse, flip, add color filters. We can change the speed. We can add text to it. We can censor it. I did that with an inappropriate picture. We can add an overlay, add a watermark or a logo. We can cut it, split it, or save it. Let's add a watermark or a logo. Let's see what we got there. I want to add a watermark or logo because we're going to make this GIF and we're going to talk crap about vaccine mandates or something. We'll reference these guys as like PhDs at Harvard or something. All right, there it says overlay. What happened when I clicked that button? Did it give me an option? Select an overlay image or watermark. Okay, cool. Choose file. This is fun. Wireshark. Why are you spying on your neighbors? Leaderboard. Depression tips. Easy GIF. Logi presentation. Descript. Dr. Fields. DFDWN. Oh, D Fields. Freestyle. I don't know what that is. Where's my logos? Let's go into E. Let's go into here. No, these are audio files. Let's go into C. Let's go into logs, loop cloud. Let's go into users. Let's go into Atticus. That's my computer, Atticus Finch. And let's look at show stuff. Where's my show stuff file? There's a virtual box, Postman, pictures. Let's look in pictures. Nope, not in pictures. That would be too obvious. I like to hide stuff from myself. Downloads? I think that's empty. Documents? Get some help, simple hacks. Nope, that's not it. Videos. If it's as easy as pictures. Didn't I already look there? I did. Documents? I already looked there. Looking for the obvious place. We were already in here. I just need a logo, people. Oh, how about OneDrive? That should have my shelf help stuff. There we go. Here we go. What are we gonna add? We're gonna add a SHS logo. Shelf help logo. Here we go. Upload image. Here we go. Yeah. I hope we can resize it. Wow. No, well. Huh. That's hilarious. Do you think the logo is big enough? Is it going to allow me to shrink it, or is it just going to be as big as the fucking pages? You can move it, but that's it. I think that logo might be too big. Huh. I wonder if I'm going to have to upload this logo and then resize it. That's hilarious. Okay, well, we're going to say, oh. No. What is that? Size? No. It's not letting me shrink it. It's not getting any smaller. No, it's not. That's not really going to help. That's too big, she says. Drag and drop an overlay image to your desired position. Well, I don't really desire that, guys. It's too big. That's what she said. I don't want to generate it. How do I get rid of it? Control Z, Control Z. Edit, undo. Control Z, Control Z. Back up just a little bit. Whoa! All right, so that one was too big, she said. So let's make a small one. All right. Dadbod, Biker, Beard. My name is Jeffrey with the G. Yeah, you know me. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Like, smash, do whatever you want. We're just learning stuff and doing stuff. And my mother's listening to my voice as she falls asleep. I love you, Mother. I do. True story. OneDrive. Desktop. Show stuff. Is this trying to get... Oh, no. I'm trying to get into it without... a little lower. I want to get into it without making it super big. That's what she said. Okay, here it is. So we could zoom in, but I have it over here now. Okay, so I need to shrink this one down. So we'll say crop. Edit and create. Here. Oh. No, I don't want to crop and rotate, do I? Can I make it smaller? Red eye, spot fix, save a copy. I'm not concerned about that. I just want to make it smaller. Crop and rotate. Well, aspect ratio. Let's make it a square. How do we make the damn picture smaller? Huh? Can we make the damn picture smaller? Whoa. What's going on here? I want to make it smaller. How do we make it smaller? Oh, I know. You know what? I bet there's a converter here. Let's say this is a crop and that's a resize. So remember the control button on your keyboard, and then I clicked on that so it doesn't erase what I'm doing there. And I'm going to resize an image. Oh, I don't want to resize that one. No, that's not what I want. Oh no. EasyGIF.com. Let's pull up EasyGIF.com. Let's pull it up over here. Let's see if we can get into it without actual picture in it. Go. Online GIF maker. Video. I made a few suggestions. Let's say video to GIF, crop, cut, optimize effects, split, add text. Oh, maybe I don't want that. Let's say online free image. What are we gonna call it? Not copper resizer. Okay, let's do that. There's Adobe. That's the one that pays. Remember, guys? That's why there's 280 fucking alternatives to it. There's a reason. Online image resizer. They can afford to advertise. That's why they're at the top. It costs like $25 every time you push the button if they're on the top there. So you ever want to fuck with a company that you don't like? Do a search, and whoever shows up at the top, just keep hitting that damn button. Have all your friends do it too. It'll cost the company like $25 to be at the top. All right, we're going to upload an image. You can crop and resize your image now. Your image will be deleted in 1 hour. Okay. So we want a fixed aspect ratio. Press the crop button. Section on this area. X is this, Y is that. You got X, Y. Normal. I don't know what this means. We want to make it smaller. So I'm going to drop this in half. We're going to say 7. Oh, maybe that doesn't do it. I do it here. Oh, okay. Selection area. We want to make it smaller. Resize the image by percentage. Okay, so let's say 50%. 50%, 402 by 382. Like this, I don't care, whatever. Whatever, select. Press the crop button. What do you think? Take it down by half? Take it down by like, how about like 80%? 643 by 611. %. Fill the background with a solid quarter if the proportion changed. No, it doesn't look like it did. So what if this is like 550 by... No. You got a height. Weight, height. I want it to be like, I don't know, like, let's say 50. Oh, that's too small. Width is going to be 602. Oh, 655. Height is going to be 600. The height is good. So this is going to be like 720. Oh, it's going to be more like, shit, 750. Oh, 780. Why 650? Okay, look, oh, we're getting there, kids. We're getting there now. Will allow me to adjust this manually? It will. All right, so we're gonna make our logo smaller. Smaller. Yes. Smaller. I'm gonna say crop. There we go. We're getting better. Now, how do we shrink it more? Click and drag the on the preview image to select your desired area. Resize your image. I want it to be like 50% smaller. It's gonna be like 397 by 247. I want it to be 70% smaller, 75% smaller. You're gonna do it? 80%. Like, now we're getting bigger. How many pixels is that? No fill, auto mode. I want it to be 90% smaller. Oh, I want it to be 10% smaller. Oh, that's a little one, right? Oh, that's nice. Resize his image. Okay, what percentage? I want it to be like 25%. Like 30%. It's a small image. We're making it small. Oh, nope. Nope. Oh, there it is. There it is. See? See this? We want it like this. We want it like this. We want it like this. Adjust the ratio. We want it like... Oh no. We want it like smaller. Oh no, we can't see the image. Dude, I'd be happy with shelf help show. That's good. We're making a little logo. Shelf help show. We want a small logo. We want it to be little. We want it to be proportionate. What do you think? I think you hit the shift button. No, maybe the alt button. Nope. Doesn't want us to fuck it up too bad. Shelf Help Show. Little tiny logo. Is no. Nope. Nope. Alright. There we go. Aspect ratio. Custom. Be whatever fucking. You'll be whatever shape I make you. Dadbod, Bikerbeard, Self-Help Show in the middle of the night. We're talking about stuff. Talking a little bit about the State of the Union, news, traffic, and weather. I'm showing you guys how to get to sites like Alternative 2 if you want to find alternatives to software that's free if you don't want to pay somebody else to do it. Now I showed you how to steal a video off the internet after we spun down some rabbit holes and decided to learn about causality and coincidence. We took a course on bullshit. Now I took a clip from that show Bullshit, and we're going to make an attribution that is other than what they intended, which means we're going to have a GIF. Look, I made it. Guys, I made it. You want to share this? Sure. Share it. No, it's just, I think I downloaded it. All right, so now we're going to go back over here. We're going to finish that video. Oh, I hope I didn't take so long that it ran out. That would make me sad. Online GIF maker. Here we go. It's still here. So we can still add the logo. So choose file. Should be in downloads. It'll be our most recent download. Downloads. Oh, it could be in documents. Update modified. That's just hairless. Don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm definitely not gonna double click on it. Seems like a horrible idea. Calling bullshit. Where did it save it to? Art? Music? Pictures? 3D objects? What is it? I don't even know where we put it. Did it go over back to the OneDrive and the desktop maybe, and then from the desktop and the show stuff? Or is it this one? No, today's 2/27. Let's go ahead and say it's not there. This is why you should pay attention to what you're doing. No. I don't know where I put it. Let's say, let's sort by details. And by details, let's go by date and time. Well, there's some October stuff. There's some December stuff. Dude, it's not turning out the way I want it to. Oh no. Well, what do you do if you can't find it? Well, I suppose you can come back over here and you can say select all, and then you can hit make background transparent. Is it a JPEG? Sure, it's a JPEG. Where does it say download? That's MP4. Select uncensored result. No. Rotate. No rotation. Resize. I did. Fill in the background. Make it transparent. Optimize your image. Press resize. Oh, there it is. Download it. That's not downloads. I don't want to run out of time. Where's that video? Okay. Ah. There we go. Now we're going to say watermark. Let's see if I got the size small enough that we can do it. My God. Where did it go? Not in documents. Downloads. I start slowing down because I'm sleepy. Shelf help logo. JPEG, 22 kilobytes. 1:58 in the morning. Does that seem like the right one? Yeah, that's it. So we're going to upload it. What do you think? Is it going to be too big? That's what she's asking. Oh. Yeah, still too big. Can you believe that shit? Can you fucking believe it? I wonder if I stay out of his head long enough. Bam! Oh, he just broke his face. So that's not going to work. No. Fuck. Oh no. Is it still there? 30%? Say 40, 238 now. 10%. 39, there we go. Keep aspect ratio. Auto fill, transparent, Photoshop, relevant, optimize, runaway. Let's see if she's one of those new age modern girls. You can download her own shit too. Oh, that's what she said. Download. Okay. We're gonna say, all right, Dadbod, Bikerbeard, Jeffrey here. Just getting a little bit distracted, waiting for that image to generate. There we go. Okay. What happened? That's too big. That's what she said. Here's a quality. It's like cold in here. Let's see. So we want to get rid of that. How do I get rid of it again? Do I have to fake upload it? Reverse. Cut. Oh my. This is why I don't always finish my projects. Because I'm all hyper and I'm going through it, right? And I'm like, I'm engaged and I'm invested. And then I'm like, wow, it's been a couple hours and I'm kind of sleepy. And I'm so close to having this done. But I'm really fucking tired of having to work on getting the size right. No. My goodness. I don't care about converting that. Wow. No, I don't want to. I want to resize. What the hell was already there? Choose file. Upload. Come on. You're getting tired. Convert. I don't really want to convert it as much as I want to reduce it. There we go. All right. Come on. Losing steam, kids, losing steam. Just trying to make this happen. Oh, it's small. That's perfect. It's teeny. Okay, I'll take it. So it is It's like too small. Convert to and then we'll make it a little bit bigger. Oh, that's perfect actually. Okay, I got it. Here. So we got that. We have the original video here. Oh, here. No. Oh no, what did I do? Did I use the wrong one? Okay, don't worry. We're gonna get back to the video. Watch. Oh, no way. Where's the fucking video? I'm gonna have to convert it again. Convert. No. Oh, it's small too. That's about right. It's fine. Fine. Overlay. Okay, overlay. Choose file. Downloads. It's gotta be this guy. It's tiny. Please tell me this is it. I'm getting tired of playing. Come on. Upload. All right. Come on. Fine. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do, pig. All right. We've got the logo. What do you say? Bottom corner? It's not going to block anybody completely. Or top corner. I think we have to go top corner. Yeah. When you see correlation, that will do. And then we're going to say we need text, and then we're good. Text. We are making a GIF. We're going to start some shit. Generate image. Where's my text? Enter annotations. Font size. Okay. Proof. Harvard. Harvard. A-R-V-A. Professors. Predict. Vaccine. What do we call it? Mass transformation psychosis. Vaccine. Vaccine hoax. There we go. All right. frames 1 to the end, align center, border light, color white. The color has to be black. Opacity. Let me see it. Okay. Align center. Align left. I think it's too big, so we're gonna have to change that font size down. We're gonna say font size 20. All right, font is going to be okay, getting better. Border light, color black, 1 to the ends, font size set. How about social scientists prove vaccine fallacy in 2017. Try that one. No, that's not good. How about frame? Border. Very strong. Latin extended Cyrillic. How it's going to be in Telugu, Georgian, Chinese simplified. Let's do it from number 1 to number 10. Okay. And we'll make it center. Okay. Set. There we go. So we did that one from 17. No, frames 1 through 10. Okay. Then frames 10. Oh, let's say 10. Let's say 15 to 20. What they don't want you to know. And the color is going to be orange red. Set. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Set. what they don't want you to know. Opacity. Set. Oh, a little more. A little darker. Then we'll make it red. Let's make it red. Red ROM. And then a little more opaque set. What they don't want you to know. All right, and then that's going to be 17 or 15 through 20. There are 30 frames. And then 25 to the end. We will say violet red. Question everything. Everything. Question everything. That one we'll go like big. Oh, question everything. Too big? Yeah, let's make that like I don't want that from 4. I want that from like 20. Oh, that was there. Oh, that was fine. Nothing there. 25 to the end. Question everything. Question. Oh, that looks too nice. No toe sands. Set. That's too pink. What do you think? Orchid? Let's see what orchid looks like. Oh, that's not even a pretty color. Fuck. Deep pink. Gold. Question everything. I don't like no-toe sands. I think impact Italian. Cool. All right, let's check out our frames. All right. So we got size 17. We've got the frames 1 through 10. Social scientists proved vaccine fallacy in 2017. That's good, right? And then you got I think we can go like scientists, like here, and go prove vaccine fallacy, and then go in 2017. There we go. I like that. That's good. Yeah. And then we got what they don't want you to know. Oh, let's do some ... Ellipses are good. And that's 15 through 20, so it gives a little bit of a break. And then the last 5 seconds, question everything. I should put like Dadbod Bikerbeard at the bottom, but I'm not going to. All right, so I think that's good. I think that should work like that. Because if I have to do it like every single damn frame, that's going to piss me off. Because that's like frame 1, but it's giving you the option, right? I hope so. I hope that works. Oh, what if I have to make? Wait. Oh, dude, I think they're going to all like fucking be on top of each other. This is riveting shit, guys. This is riveting. Riveting 1 through 10. And then let's go down to 10. I go down to 10. Frame number 10. See, these are all frames. Okay. And what would we say? 10 through 20? Or 10 through 15? 15? Set. What they don't want you to know. Oh, that's not bad. I like the white, actually. And then question everything. We're going to put that at the end. And put that like the last 5. Which would be like 25, frame 25. See, there's a lot of work that goes into bullshitting people, right? Question everything, and we're going to make that one. We're going to make it red. And we're going to say 25 to the end. Question everything. And then over here, what they don't want you to know is where. Oh, it's 25 to the end, right? Oh, how many goddamn frames are there? 127, 143, 200 frames? What the fuck? Are we doing this on the entire video? Oh my lord. Oh my lord. This is killing me. Oh, pay attention, Jeffrey. You guys, you got to pay attention to everything. See, had I just looked ahead and started counting frames and not made some stupid ass assumption, what you're seeing is a correlation. It seems like a lot of frames for like fucking 13 seconds or whatever, 30 seconds, right? But maybe it's not. All right. Well, so this is done. That's set. There's nothing there. Set. There's nothing there. How can I say 15 to 20? How do you say like 10 seconds? That's all we want? Frames. I'm thinking it's like, fuck. 30 frames. How about frames 1 through 30? Frames 1 through 30. To find the other ones that I made, because we're gonna have to spread them out quite a bit. This is totally gonna be worth it. You guys aren't even paying attention, which is great. I was gonna make some music too, and then I was gonna make believe like I turned the show off and leave it on, and then make believe like I'm looking at pornography. And just so we can have like one of those awkward moments where you can be like, hey, did you see Jeff? Dadbod, Bikerbeard? He was obviously looking at something dirty because he looks like he was aroused. And I was going to fake it like that, but now I don't want to. Let's see. When you see a correlation, when do they start talking? 109? Does he come on the screen? Like, not literally, does he come on the screen? Where is he? So, guys, look, there's obviously this thing connects to the hip bone and that thing connects to the ass bone. But you know they're not all the same. So then we're going to say here, what they don't want you to know. And this one was supposed to be red originally, but we're going to make it orange. We're going to say set. And then the end is how many? It's only 279. Jesus. We're not going to say this is 279, 257. We'll back up here. And we'll give it a little bit of space. Boom. We'll say 235 to 265. And then we'll make this one orange red and say set. And then question everything. I hope I didn't like stick it on one of these fucking slides. I think I did, didn't I? I don't want to just pop up in the middle. Guys, making hoaxes is like, it's like artistic endeavor here. Like my ankles are getting swollen. I've been sitting here for so fucking long. Where's the red one? Frame 30. The question everything one. 113 to the end. Oh. I put a lot of work into a pornographic picture of a female. Had a large toy, I guess, and she had inserted it into her booty. And what they don't want you to know. Okay. Frames 10 through 15. No. Set. There's nothing there. She put it in her booty, and it was sent to me by my better half, Rebecca. And question everything. Here we go. She inserts it into her booty, and then you're like, oh Lord, that's huge. And then she sits on it and then disappears completely, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's not normal. And her booty, yeah. And then at the end, she's like facing you, kind of like walking like a crab. And then at the end, she like kind of like lets it come out, and it's like King Kong size thing. And then it goes flops on the ground. And it was so dramatic and awful to look at, and funny and gross at the same time, and shocking, that I decided to make one of these GIF things to send to my friends. So I blocked it so you couldn't see her areas specifically. And then I put like a purple sensor like block, so you couldn't even see it. And the thing was purple, so you couldn't see the base of it because it was the way it was blocked. It just looked like she was like kind of riding around a little bit. So I had it just right so you didn't know it was there. And then she kind of does this thing where she arches her back a little bit, and then it falls out, and it's this ginormous thing that's like literally like as big as my head and twice as long. It comes out of her booty hole, and it flops on the ground, and it's very disturbing. So I always wanted to send an offensive GIF to my friends to try and shock them. So I made that. It took me like an hour probably, like this just now did, except at least I got to look at something like that, I guess. No, it was disturbing. And I sent it to like 25 people, including some people that I worked with, without any preface and without any precedence to why the fuck would I send that to anybody. And I sent it in Messenger, so you can see whether or not people read it or saw it, and sure enough, they did. And then nobody responded, not even with a guffaw. Like not even a face. I think it was so disturbing that it was just, people were probably like, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure that was their response, was what the fuck? Why would he send this to me? And then I'm like, I better make a story, because I sent this to some coworkers, not an email that was work email, but personal stuff. But even then I was like, how am I going to explain this? I'm going to have to say like my son stole my computer and spent all this time making something really gross to send to you. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that was awesome. So I kind of feel like that right now, except at least it's not a giant purple still falling out of somebody's booty hole. We're just making a propaganda GIF so we can create problems. So we'll see how it turns out. No matter how it turns out, I'm not kidding. My knees hurt from sitting here. I think I'm going to turn on my suntan machine. And I have to pee really bad. Well, not really bad. I can pee really well, but I do have to pee. But we're gonna view our GIF. Okay. I hope it's not in the wrong order here. So here it is. File size. It says, oh look, everything's stacked on top of itself. That's fantastic. I did not make it right. Question everything, it says. What they don't want you to know. Question everything. So why did it double up? I don't understand. So my video didn't work the way I wanted it to, because now there's stuff stacked on you. Well, I don't understand what happened. I guess I have stuff going to the end, I think. That's what it is. I don't think I erased those parts that gave frame distance, even though I took the frame out. Does that make sense? I put it something I could convert rather easily. Better. You know, I'm sure there are instructions on how to do this, but you know, we men don't stop and ask for directions. What the fuck is the point? We know exactly what we're doing because we're a genius. We're going to make stupid things. So frames 1 through 30, so set, okay? And then over here, this should say from 31 to the end, I'm guessing. We're saying nothing specifically. So we don't want anything to duplicate, right? 31 to the end, set. We don't want anything. And then over here is going to be like 0 to the end is set. There's nothing. I'm not looking for anything. And that one's like 4 to the end. And this one is 5 to the end. Oh. I don't. Do I just like. I don't understand. Like. There should be nothing. And this has nothing, so technically it just should be nothing, as far as I can tell. Frame nothing to nothing is set. And then that should be 0, 0. And this should be, I don't know, there's nothing there. So nothing. And then 6 to the end, 7 to the end, there's nothing additional happening here. So let's see if I did it right. And then we'll go down to the next piece. What they don't want you to know, and question everything. Is it going to show me? Oh, as you see, it was going at such a speed that my eyes saw it as a moving image. What they don't want you to know, 235, 265. Do you think that means it's going to stick? And then there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Here. Like I didn't interrupt the flow. So I think 257. Wait. $234 to $265. 234 to 265. All right. So 234 to 265. Did it say 265, didn't it? So I'm just going to say jack diddly squat here. And I'm going to say set. I don't want anything. Shouldn't that duplicate it? Question everything. 262, 263. All right, so let's try again. Create GIF. All right, this is good stuff. And by good stuff, I mean not really. So anyways, if you haven't checked out by now, why not go to sleep? It's late. Shit. Just want to hear my voice? I don't blame you. I have a really nice voice. Silky smooth, if you know what I mean. You know what I could have been doing simultaneously is playing this track that I made when I first downloaded my Loop DAW, my digital audio workstation. I decided to make a nonsensical track, and I did so, and it was fantastic. I think I might have put it to bed though. Damn it. Where's my GIF? Please be patient, it says. Please be patient. I really have to pee. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. Let facts be submitted, guys. You know what? I'm going to pee real quick. Here's a Shelf Help Show commercial break. Then we'll check our work. No.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Whoa,
Magnets!
Guess who?
Emotional damage!
Help me understand what it is that makes white people
I
so
got
afraid.
to the Senate 180 years ago.
Who is this?
Better than anybody else. And you don't know my state. My state was a slave state. My state is a border state. My state is the 8th largest black population in the country. My state is anything from a northeast liberal
Get
state.
your words straight, Jack.
Get the fuck out.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
Get out.
You can't handle the truth.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
My name is Jeff. Hello?
Hey.
Daddy.
Giggity, giggity.
Oh my
Welcome back. That was a promo for Shelf Help Show. The one I do with John. He's on vacation right now. Check it out. He'll be back on next Thursday. Well, my GIF is all fucked up. So what they don't want, everything's like messed up. Why is it all jacked up on itself? Man. It's like everything coming up in weird places. Well, all right. Well, whatever. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. Let's say set it and forget it. Let's get rid of it. What they don't want you to know. We don't need that much. I'm obviously too dumb to know what the fuck I'm doing. So let's do this. Let's just have it with one fucking option. And it's been a while since I just started cursing for no fucking reason. Don't be fooled by post hoc propter ergo hoc, guys. What does that mean? Post hoc. After, don't be fooled by post hoc propter ergo hoc. It's because of this, then that. Is that what that means? Post hoc. Post is after. Hoc is. What is that? Proof. It's a logical fallacy argument, right? Post hoc ergo propter hoc is an informal fallacy that states since event Y followed event X, event Y must have been caused by X. Okay. Post hoc ergo propter hoc. It's just a lot of Latin. Post hoc ergo propter hoc means after this, therefore, because of this. Okay, after this, post hoc ergo, because propter hoc of this. Okay. The fallacy is generally referred to by the shorter phrase post hoc. Examples: every time that rooster crows, the sun comes up. Since motion takes place in time, cause and effect must be temporally ordered, which is time. So it's like saying that the rooster makes the sun comes up, or the rooster crows when the sun comes up. Which one is the fallacy? Every time that rooster crows, the sun comes up. Okay. What is an example of another post hoc fallacy? Post hoc, the fallacy states that the first event necessarily causes the second when one event happens after another. For example, a black cat crossed my path and then I got into a car accident. The black cat caused the car accident. That would be okay for the fallacy. We do know that roosters crow when the sun comes up, but we know that one is not influenced on the other, but it's only one direction. No, that's what he was pointing into. This causality might go this way, but it doesn't necessarily go that way. Okay. Because of this, post hoc fallacy. Here's another one. Post hoc fallacy or false cause fallacy is an argument that draws the conclusion that one event is directly caused by another event without evidence to prove this. All right, cool. I like it. Let's see if I can now generate with just one fucking go. With one. Dadbod, Bikerbeard-Late, it's about time to go to sleep because it's really, really late. Shout out goes to the love of my life, Rebecca. I know you're out going to be getting your pictures taken for your birthday with your BFF. Turned the big 4-0 this month. 4-0, yeah. She pointed out that she's almost the same age apart from my daughter as she is me. I said, yep, it's because I'm a dirty old man. And you have daddy issues. So I guess that works out well, doesn't it? But yeah, anyway. Usually I get to chat with her at night when we're not together in person because we don't live close to each other. So it's a long distance relationship right now with a lot of travel. So we can, be together physically, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I miss her. I miss you a lot. Just, based on circumstances, didn't get to spend much time connecting today. But that's okay. I'm not going to die. I mean, I am. Someday I'm going to die, but not now because of that, as far as I can tell. So, you ever fall in love with somebody in your, if I was All in the Family in 1978, I think Carol O'Connor was younger than I am now. I feel like I look like a kid compared to that guy. He looked like Archie Bunker looked like life was over, right? He looked like he was already ready to retire. O'Connor, age, during All in the Family. I feel like a kid, I didn't expect to get divorced after 20. Shut up. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna have to tell you guys this. I didn't expect to get divorced after 20 years. I don't think people do. But how could this possibly be the fucking thing if I erased everything? Oh, I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it at all. My fucking logo's gone. I'm saying this is some bullshit. Nothing's working right. All right. Anyway, Carol O'Connor, right? Archie Bunker. We'll get some pictures. We'll take a look at him, and I'm gonna say, this thing can eat my anus. Yeah, I'm not liking it anymore. It's causing me ansias. I'm having stress. I wanted to add a watermark to this damn thing. This thing is already small enough. Height is 180, frames 279. Extend canvas size, use if overlay exceeds the GIF size. Here it is. Upload image. Let's put the GIF on there. I'm just about to call it a fucking day on this goofy toy. All right, so let's say we're going to put that up here. We're going to generate, please enter a valid value. All right, we're making that one. Carol O'Connor, right? Check it out. Archie Bunker, right? This is going to mess you up. So I feel like I was, I was sure that Archie Bunker was like my age, right? During that show. You guys, I don't know if you've never seen it. If you haven't, that's too bad. But Family Guy is basically based on this guy. And for further instructions, click the link below on your TV model. Need to rescan your antenna? No, I don't. No, I don't. Fuck off. So I'm 48 years old, and I look pretty dang good, right? Right? All right, there we go. All right, so we got that. Look, up in the corner. That's nice. Now I can actually throw some text in there, and I'm just do it one time. We'll call it a fucking day. And then check this out while I do that. This is going to blow your mind. Blow your mother effing mind. About Archie Bunker. Let's see. What do I say? Scientists warn of backs, eyes, back in 2017. White lines. End. Pew. How do you hit end and it goes home? Dummies. I don't even trust like to put one on the last page. Do you? I don't. Frames like 279 to end. I wish I did, but I think it's gonna fuck it up. What do you think? Oh. Whatever. Fuck it. All right, here we go. Check this out. All right, so All in the Family, right? Look at that guy. So don't lie. Don't try and hurt my feelings, but who looks like what age right there, right? So, all right, if you forget what I look like, let me show you. Right? I'm almost 50, okay? I don't have any injections. Every now and then I throw a little just for mint on this stuff, so it's not Santa Claus white. But otherwise, right? So look at Carol O'Connor. Look at this guy. Okay. Playing a television character beloved by generations of viewers is a rare achievement. Doing it twice makes you an icon. Carol O'Connor did just that. First as lovable loudmouth Archie Bunker, Archie, in All in the Family, and then as Mississippi Police Chief Bill Gillespie on In the Heat of the Night. He was 32 years old when he first played Archie Bunker. 32. Okay, check this out. O'Connor could not have been more different than Archie, but that didn't stop him from making us love him. While Norman Lear created All in the Family based on the British sitcom Till Death Do Us Part, O'Connor made Archie Bunker, who he was, the most memorably real character primetime TV had seen to date. His Archie was a parody of a particular time, mentality, and upbringing that many of our parents and grandparents shared. O'Connor's portrayal didn't pull any punches, nor did it apologize. O'Connor did the same thing within the heat of the night. Chief Gillespie, a character with an equally problematic history as depicted in the Oscar-winning 1967 film. His Gillespie became the anti-Archie, and O'Connor's creative and supervisory role in the series gave him an opportunity to highlight diversity and tell stories unseen on primetime before or since. In the process, Carol O'Connor earned 5 Emmys, a Golden Globe, a Peabody, and a place in our hearts. Here are some facts about one of the most enduring stars in TV history. Okay, check them out. Archie O'Connor was a New Yorker. Carol O'Connor was born 1924 in the Bronx, New York. Like the character who made him famous, O'Connor lived in Queens as a child, first in Elmhurst and later in Forest Hills. The Bunkers lived in Astoria. Unlike Archie, O'Connor came from a family of white-collar professionals. His father was a lawyer, his mother was a teacher, and his 2 younger brothers became doctors. Both Archie and O'Connor served our country. Archie Bunker was a proud veteran of World War II, a Purple Heart recipient who received the Army Air Corps, who was served in the Army Air Corps in Italy. Know exactly where Archie was hit with shrapnel when he was wounded, in I think probably his butt, right? In real life, Carol O'Connor was a student at the U.S. Merchant Marines Academy and served in the Merchant Marine during the war. Afterward, O'Connor went to the University of Montana, where he met the future Mrs. Burgess Meredith, who played a lot of characters, including the Penguin and Batman. He played Rocky's trainer, Mickey. Played a grumpy old man. He played the dad of the old guys. O'Connor married Nancy. Burgess Meredith. O'Connor, who cares? O'Connor's adopted son had a troubled life. Okay. He first played Archie Bunker 3 years before All in the Family premiered. O'Connor first caught Norman Lear's eye as a blustery general in Blake Edwards' What Did You Do in the War, Daddy? 1966. He was living in Rome when he got the call from Lear offering him the role of Archie Justice in 1968. The series, then titled Justice for All, was so unlikely to sell, at least in O'Connor's opinion, that the star demanded a return plane ticket as part of his deal. He was right, but only temporarily. After one more pilot in 1969, then retitled All in the Family, was finally sold to CBS and debuted in 1971. He nearly quit All in the Family in a contract dispute after, okay, so that was 1971. He was born in 1924, right? 24, 34, 44, 54, 64. So, no, he was my age, right? He was 48 then, right? I'm doing the math. He was 7, so he was like 43. Now he was like 43 when he did that. But still, he looked like he was like 70. That's wild. Let's see. What's his after starring in television's highest rated series for 4 seasons, O'Connor requested a raise in July of 74. Lear balked. Dude, Lear made so much fucking money. Can't believe that they would even hesitate. And O'Connor walked. He missed 3 episodes, with Archie's disappearance explained by his going missing during a business trip. If O'Connor had indeed left the show, Lear's plan was for Archie's co-worker Stretch Cunningham, but with James Cromwell to take over as the lead. Cromwell's first appearance came just weeks before O'Connor's walk. He was killed off in season 7 with Archie himself doing the eulogy for the man who nearly replaced him. Archie never said goodbye. After 9 seasons, All in the Family morphed into Archie Bunker's place in the fall of 79. Lear chose not to continue, but allowed O'Connor to keep the show going as long as he changed the name. Sally Struthers, Gloria, and Rob Reiner, Meathead, had departed after season 8, and co-star Gene Stapleton would do the same after appearing in 5 episodes of the sequel series. Spoiler alert, Edith dies off camera. They just killed her off, huh? Edith. Archie Bunker's place was canceled unexpectedly in 1983. After 4 seasons with no opportunity for a finale after 12 years and more than 300 episodes, O'Connor never got the chance to give his career-making character a proper send-off. He was more than just an actor in the heat of the night. Archie Bunker. Carol Burnett played husband and wife. What? Bonus. His final role pays subtle tribute to Archie Bunker. In his final years, O'Connor wrote the memoir, I Think I'm Out of Here, and taught screenwriting at the University of Montana, where he had earned a master's degree in 1956. O'Connor made his final acting appearance in the romantic drama Return to Me in 2000, starring David Duchovny and Minnie Driver. He plays Driver's grandfather, Marty, the Irish American owner of a bar in a working class neighborhood. Sound familiar? That's wild. Me and a buddy from work, Pete, we were talking about people, the age of actors now, and the fact that between Al Pacino being like 81, 82 years old, Robert De Niro being like 78 years old, 78 for Christopher Walken. These are icons from the from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s even, who are old. They're gonna pass soon. And we were talking about it. I said, man, you start to feel really fucking old when you start thinking about that. Like, it used to be you just went to see a Pacino movie. Like, hey, it was a Pacino, it was a De Niro movie. When Heat came out in 93, I think it was, the two of them in the diner scene together, that was epic. They had never acted in the same room together. As all these icons started passing, you're just like, oh my gosh, like now what? Like, there's never going to be another movie with that person in it. Like, I want to see another Pacino movie. I mean, he was even good in the Nazi Hunters. He can still like carry he can still command attention in a room. Even though, these guys are like 100 years old. Archie Bunker, that guy, he was 5 years younger than me. He looked like he was 65, 70. He looked like, whew, that's crazy, right? It's kind of mind-boggling. Like, we're living longer. Not everyone's dying at 40 or 50 years old. And, you think it's not that far back from now to going back to when people didn't survive very long. It's not a long period of time. The length of time that we've even had men and women in the workforce together has been like 40, 50 years. It hasn't been a tremendous amount of time. The amount of time that we've had technology is like, guys, 130 years ago was like the automobile, right? Maybe a little more, maybe 140 years. I mean, it's like late 1800s. Early 1900s, automobiles were starting to get around. Powered man flight in 1903. We entered World War I, there was like 25 airplanes. We exited World War I, there were 25,000 airplanes. The rate of technology is evolving so incredibly fast, and our capacity for understanding and our ability to absorb information is absolutely exponential. I dig into stuff like I do because and I marvel that I'm as old as I am, and yet I'm still learning things at a rate of speed that even from a professional standard makes me twice as valuable as I am, and I'm doing that in my 40s. My father would have told you that learning the bagpipe was hard, and his neuroplasticity was limited. After 40, your brain started to get hard, and it was harder to learn things. But that's not true. Or something's happening that's allowing us to evolve and live longer and get past all that. I don't even know if it's modern medicine. I mean, part of it is obviously modern medicine. Part of it is what? Creature comforts? It's not that long ago, guys, that we were on horses and that you lived to be like 40 years old. Both of my grandfathers died before they were 60. My dad died just after 60. That's in the last 10 years. You know, my brother-in-law, Sean, he's like 51, 52, something like that. He looks like he's like 25, 30. It's crazy. I'm 48. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I look my age, but compared to what people used to look like, it's not just infantilizing myself. It's not that I don't play with toys specifically. I don't feel like I'm juvenile. Aside from my sense of humor. My sense of humor is childish, of course, and that allows me to be stupid.
That's what she said.
But I don't play with Star Wars characters, and I don't live in stuff that that I was the thing that I grew after the age of 7. My interests have grown, and they always grow. But that being said, I still feel like a child. Don't we all? I feel like a child because I feel naive about the world. I feel like I'm learning things, and there's so much going on that I can't help but dive into it and try and figure it out. I mean, I know my stuff gets boring from time to time, and I'm just doing this because it's fun to do. But it's really fascinating. Like the amount of information that's out there and the amount of knowledge that I don't have is just staggering. I'm not intimidated by not knowing. I'm just fascinated that I can learn. I'm so glad that because my mother not letting my dad just watch sports and drink beer, and her being against it, he stayed industrious. He stayed busy. He didn't just loaf. Honest to God, since 2017 when I moved out, I had to move away from my family. Unless I was sick, and not even with COVID twice, I haven't slept fucking 8 hours unless I just haven't. I just feel like there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to do, and I'm okay spending the time doing it. I really am. I'd rather spend the time doing it. The idea of going to sleep right now, I'm like, what's the point? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Might as well stay up until 7. Like the sun's going to come up. Gotta go do something. Take a nap for a few hours and keep going. Sure, do I get tired? Yeah, I do. And then, I'll take a nap. But fuck, there's so much out there, guys. There's so much to, I don't know. I would not be living, I would not feel fulfilled in life if I had a predictable routine that was what my first 20 years was, which was waiting to die. I spent 20 years waiting to die. What the fuck? How can anyone be content with that? It's like, well, it's Sunday, so I watch football, and it's, Tuesday, so I watch hockey, and I drink beer on this day. I drink beer, like drinking, sports, and video games it's fun when you're a teenager because it's all new, but I don't get it. It's weird to me. Some people are cool with that. I don't even have the patience to sit there and watch movies anymore. I don't give a shit. Movies aren't teaching me anything. Movies are escapism, and I don't feel the need to escape from my life. I want to explore it. Like drop me a line. Let me know what's it like. Are you content with the fact that you've watched every episode of a show that's been on for 12 years, or The Simpsons has been on for 30, and you still watch it? Are you still waiting for that next Weird Al album to come out? Are you still waiting for, act something from your childhood to come out? Like that's just weird. I haven't watched Grey's Anatomy. which was like our regular thing. The last 2 years we were together, which was like 2015 forward to 17, we were at odds with each other for the most part. So, that even broke apart, that routine. I just couldn't imagine being like, hey, I have 50 hours or 1,000 hours of television to watch. Like, I hear people like, I binge watched 4 seasons of a show. I'm like, how many episodes and how long? And they're like, well, they're hour long and they were like 22, 24. I'm like, wow, you spent literally 72 hours watching television. What the fuck? You could have literally learned a language by then. Yeah. You could learn a computer-based language and start programming things. You could 72 hours, you could learn to fly a fucking plane. If you don't want to fly a plane, go fly a fucking stunt kite. Go get a stunt kite. Learn what how aerodynamics works. 72 hours is like community service for class 6 felony. That's a long time to commit to something. Like, they do that as punishment. Like, why the fuck would you do that watching television? Don't get me wrong, I've done it. I've binged and I've gotten there, but it's escapism. It's a thing that you do when you don't want to do. It's a thing that you do when you want to avoid, when you don't want to engage with life. You don't want to engage with people around you. You don't want to engage with reality. And to me, there's a time and place for it. There is. I get it. But if imagine this. Imagine if you were single and you had to come up with a dating profile and they asked you about your hobbies and your pastimes, and all you had was watching television, cooking, and going to the farmer's market twice a month. You're not going to jive with all the women who lie and say that they like hiking, backpacking, fishing, anything outdoors, hunting, camping, off-roading. Because every single woman who's been divorced in her middle age wants to do anything but she spent the 20 years with the guy who gave up and started wearing Hawaiian print shirts on purpose and New Balance shoes. She already did that for 20 years. So if you're dating at that age, my recommendation, change your wardrobe, throw away the Hawaiian print shirts, get rid of the New Balance shoes, go get some shit that, go get some skateboard shoes, like get something that like a 25-year-old would wear and put them on and see what happens. Feel better about yourself. Rebecca and I say the Hawaiian print shirt to a man is what a muumuu is to a woman. It just means you've given up. You want to be able to take a piss without having to move your clothes around. Put on your muumuu, wear your long Hawaiian print shirt. It's not good. Con cat emoji. The right scoop. Oh. So anyway, wild stuff. Check out the shelfhelpshow.com if you want, or don't. It's all good. Remind me not to stay up all night. I do have I have to change around some advertising. I don't need to be targeting where I am right now, and I probably need to switch that up so I get people to the right site. God, I have to do that. Okay, so get educated. I will post some links to some of the stuff we looked at tonight. I will post that on the show notes if you want to go take a look at it. Otherwise, there's a YouTube channel. We broadcast on Facebook and where else? Live stream. If you go to theshelfhelpshow.com, I'm going to start live streaming there and bringing everybody to that area. And then prior shows are listed there also. So take a look when you get a chance. That's it. That's all I got. I'm going to 37 degrees outside, 36 degrees. I'm going to turn on my my heat lamp down here, aka my suntanning bed. I'm going to turn the heater on, go kiss my daughter on the cheek, and going to tuck in. So that's it. Dadbod, Biker Beard. Remember, love one another and love yourself. Have a good night.